welcome to another episode of The Flank. I'm joined by the one and only, the human turret, one of the best ARs ever do it. Give it up for the world champ himself, Sam LaRue, Octane. We got some of the best analysis in the game, the world champion himself. Give it up for Christopher Duarte, Parasite. We got the multi-world champion, a multi-champion, a legend, an icon to the Call of Duty space. Give it up for Patrick Price X. And of course, we got the one and only, the executive producer of The Flank. Give it up for Benjay Nassim. Gentlemen, what's going on? How we feeling? How we doing? A little bit of drama today. More delays, more bullshit. We got a lot to talk about today. We'll start with you, Benjay. How you doing today, Ben? You doing all right?
Yeah, I got a good PGA session. Been watching some quality sports today.
It's good.
Just kind of trying to enjoy the weekend because the weather in Columbus is complete utter dog shit, and I cannot go outside because it's been raining for 3 days straight.
Damn.
But I'm here with the boys, having fun, and we got a lot to talk about.
It's good, Benjay. It's always good. Glad you're doing well. What about you, Duarte? How you doing over there, bro?
Doing good. Another fun day of COD. We got some drama at the end of it. Got to see, the people that made changes play again, so we get the better gauge where those teams are at. Yeah, honestly, good day. Can't complain.
Fuck yeah, dude. And then, of course, we got the Patrick Price, the Slayer, over there with the sheep jumping around. What's going on, Pat?
Yes, sir. What's up? Same. It's been storming here a lot too. I'm built different. I'm not complaining like Ben. It's nice little stormy weather. But yeah, it's been like 3 days of thunderstorms, so not much to do.
Yeah, I can't. LA's been just sunny, blue skies. Can't really complain here. What about you, Sam? Is the weather shit over there too?
Nah, it's actually phenomenal. It's been
That's
great.
great. That's
I don't know
great,
what you guys are bitching about.
Like that, Sam. They're always bitching, Sam, aren't they?
I know.
The
Everyone's always
only
complaining on this show. All we do is complain on
always
this show,
complain.
man.
I
I'm
haven't
bitching,
said a
dude.
damn word.
The only shit Tom's dealing with
That's
is
a
Louis
first.
shit, bro.
Yeah, we call him Pooey these days. We're calling him Pooey. He's just shitting everywhere. But you doing all right, Sam? You doing good? Looking good?
I'm great, man. Weird day. Can't wait to
Today
talk
was
about
a
it.
very
Yeah,
weird day.
weird day.
Sam actually left fucking during the middle of the day. He had enough. Sam had
Couldn't
enough.
handle the delays anymore,
I
bro.
couldn't
Toronto
handle
Ultra got to get an ISP upgrade. I don't know what they're doing over there.
Yeah, we're going to talk about it. That was obviously the last series of the day, so we'll get through the first three series. And then we actually have Joedecieves coming on for the fourth set to come run us through a little bit about what's going on and, give us a little behind the scenes scoop because we were very confused watching kind of what's happening. So we'll see what's going on there. But let's hop right into it. We had some exciting matches. We had 4 to go over today, so we're not going to waste any time. First match of the day. We got the Miami Heretics going up against the Vegas Falcons. This one goes all the way down to a last map. Vegas finally get a first hard point on the board. Not only just one hard point, but 2 hard points in this series. Vegas Falcons were able to come out on top, but they actually get nuzzled in this one. Wow, I can't believe I'm saying it. The Vegas Falcons got nuzzled. It was 167 to 250 in a Skyline hard point in favor of the Vegas Falcons. Around 11, 6-5 dealership S&D in favor of the Miami Heretics. A 3-0 sweep and a control for Miami, and then a Grueler and Hacienda hard point, 250 to 234. And then we end it in the Hacienda Search, where Miami take a nice, comfortable 6-2 win there. In that one, we'll take a look here at the match stats. We got a 0.89 for medals. We have Real with a 1.16, Rancor with a 0.9, Super with a 1.35, and on the other side for the Vegas Falcons, we got Arcides with a 0.99, Exnid with a 0.88, AG Pred with a 1.05, and P-Dog Priesta with a 0.86. We'll scroll down and take a look at the match MVP. It's going to be the new guy on the Miami Heretics, Super, with a 1.15 in hard point, a 1.9 in search, and a 1.67 in control. Guys, this was an incredible series. Vegas finally get their first out on the board. I mean, Pat, we'll start with you. We'll work our way down. What'd you think of the series, Pat? Were you impressed with Vegas today? Actually getting some hard point wins or what?
I mean, yes. We have to say yes, right? Like, can't say no. They finally won one.
Yeah.
But I mean, arguably could have won this series 3-0 or 3-1, not 3-0. But yeah, I mean, still missing the grid. I think I saw Clay's tweet and he was like, "Oh yeah, like our hard point practice is now translating, but we can't expect to win searches on 5 days of practice, whatever." Mm-hmm. I mean, like that's an expected tweet, but I don't necessarily know if like more practice is going to change things. Because saw what this team was capable of yesterday. Like they're still going to be first the top teams, like just getting bully balled against. So either way, I mean progress. You can't say too much. It was progress, but not surprised with Miami taking it.
Yeah, what about you, Benjay? Vegas, they lose last map here to Miami. I mean, are you looking at Miami and looking like, man, what the hell happened to these guys? Or are you impressed with Vegas? I mean, what's going on with you, Benjay? What are you thinking?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think Vegas probably should have won this one 3-1. I think the 5-3, they should have converted that ninth round once Sexton got that 1v2. The control, I mean, I don't think this Vegas team is. I think it's good. This game will be the last thing for them to master. But yeah, you got to take your opportunities when you get them. Vegas did not. Miami clutched up and controlled last map. And yeah, kind of how the cookie crumbles. Word to TJ.
Yep. Of course, we got the one and only Duarte. Chris, what are your thoughts?
I'm gonna tip Falcons for finally getting some hard points on the board, although it's with a different team, completely different dynamic. But I'm just more surprised at how this series went because prior to the roster change with Miami was a very strong hardpoint team. They dropped both of them here, but they looked outside of dealership. I'll give it a pass because it's kind of a new one, right? And we haven't really seen a lot of teams play it. They look great in their searches and their controls, at least against a new team. So still really not sure what to expect. I'm pleasantly surprised, though, by the Falcons being able to at least push the last map. I was kind of down on them going into today. So I'm happy that they at least made it competitive. And at least for the Miami, if they can get their hard points sorted and get Rencor and Real back to slaying in those modes, I like the way Super's been playing Search, and I like how they played that control. So I'm kind of like excited for both teams to keep watching them play and seeing how they develop. Do I think they're going to compete for championships? Probably not, but I'd like to see their matches be a lot more competitive, especially on the Falcons side. So hopefully they continue this and can keep pushing some teams and making progress, because 5 days of practice is tough, especially for like S&D and control, which are a lot more set in terms of how you want to play, with hardpoint being a lot more mixy. I mean, I'm excited to watch both teams keep developing. It was a fun series.
Yeah, what about you, Sam? We were going crazy today during the watch party. Did Pat motivate Alec or what? Did he motivate Arcides?
Yeah, he had a great map one. He had 36 and 20 or something.
He went crazy.
Yeah, he was going nuts. I think Super had an awesome debut. I'm going to count this as debut, not the random 6 series where he filled in for medals. I thought he looked awesome today. Falcons going from not winning a hard point ever to losing or winning 2 in a series and still losing is interesting. But yeah, I mean, it's a completely different team, so got to look at it a different way. Miami, I think Super was a little low on the way they were playing hard point since they made the roster change in his interview. So just looking for improvement going forward from them in that mode.
Yeah, I mean, I would say with Vegas, right? I mean, they have obviously struggled all year. I mean, can we see these guys actually winning some series now? I mean, did they kind of swing your guys' opinions on the roster after this match today, or are you kind of just no, it's just one match, right? Like, it doesn't really mean much. I mean, how do you guys look at it? You think this is like a new Vegas Falcons here, or what?
I like that they pushed a series, but they're pushing a series against a team that made a change. And then granted, it was Vancouver. They played a team that has not made a change, so their chemistry, all their plays, everything is super set. So I'm curious to see how they match up against other teams that haven't made roster changes, because as we know, when you make changes, there's going to be an adjustment period. So there's an adjustment period for a lot of teams in this league right now. So, I mean, like I said, I'm happy that they're making it competitive, but they're going to have to really polish things up if they're going to want to compete with teams that have been together for a while.
Yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
I see 2 problems, and obviously they've only had a couple days of practice, so they can clean this up. One, the control looks fucking god awful, so
Yeah, it does.
need to get reps, need to get an identity, figure out how they want to approach the game mode, and just kind of throw in numbers in S&D. I mean, we've only seen them play 3 maps, and 2 of them were dealerships, so got to see them play them on the other set. But they got to close S&D maps and rounds when they get them, bro. You get freebies in the league when people give you an advantage. You got to take advantage, otherwise, this is what happens.
Yeah, the control did look pretty horrible today, right? I mean, it's just like a few times. I feel like there was a couple times they should have been collapsing on the hills or on the points, and their arrows are just looking like they were lost on the control. And maybe granted because it's a new team and they don't really know what the game plan is yet on control, but that's a swing mode, right? So they're gonna have to try and focus up there and see what's going on. I mean, now, at least you got those hard points out of the way. If you're Vegas Falcons, you got them out of the way. You finally get them in a bag and. You can close it out. Why do you guys think Super's been playing with this Miami team? You got match MVP today. What do you guys think about Super's play?
I think it's important for them, because he's the last Spanish player that they haven't tried yet. So
yeah.
I think him being good, if they again want to continue this, the region thing we harp on a lot here, if they want to continue it, Super being the truth is absolutely a cornerstone for the team, because again, we know they have Real and Rancor, so. It's a great debut from Super. It's definitely promising going forward for them.
When he filled in, was he doing like anything
No.
crazy?
Not
No,
like
he had,
played
a bad,
okay,
he had a
right?
bad
Not like
series. He had like a
this.
0.85 or something.
But I think he also filled in a different role.
Yeah, he was filling in
like,
for medals.
He was filling in for medals, so it's completely just different team dynamic. Now he said their pacing is better, even though they struggled in the HPs. But their S&D, I think that's like the main thing that and the control was the main thing they needed to improve. So if they can just like get back to that HP form that they had with Lucky, which I think they should be able to, because today we had like a pretty poor showing out of Rencor when he's usually a cornerstone in terms of their slaying. They should be a pretty good team if they can keep this up and polish that game mode up.
Yeah, for sure. Any other final thoughts? I got some clips from the series. If anybody wants to say anything else before we hop in, the floor is yours. All right, absolutely. Go ahead, Ben. You got something for us, Ben?
I mean, I think for Falcons and just people in general with this team, I would just take a long view because the chances of them making champs are basically zero. It's five match situation, so like they can still get in the winners bracket, and like the progression will be there, but we should be pretty patient with this team because none of these guys I think have ever teamed with each other.
Well,
so
they don't have any pressure on them either.
Yeah, agreed.
They're pretty much in a they're not, they know what their end result's going to be, barring like a miracle run. So
They got
I mean,
a little
these
bit
guys-
of pressure, Chris. They got a little bit of pressure.
they got a whole season to pretty much just try to do as best they can going into EWC. I don't think they have a lot of pressure as a team. Maybe a couple people on their team have a little bit of pressure because this seems like
changes
it's
though.
yeah, it's going to be their last chance.
Right.
But
Like somebody
I don't
said,
know.
what pressure in the chat? Could you, let me answer that real quick. I mean, their spots, their careers, right? They got to perform. I mean, Alec, he's obviously been in and out of the league, right? Same with P Dog. Like he's been in and out. He's been struggling, right? So he needs to come out and showcase himself, right? And then of course AG, obviously going from Optic to the Falcons. Like these guys need to prove themselves, right? I mean, there's always situations where if they're not performing, they can lose their contracts and get replaced, right? I mean, if they just go out and just do the same thing the last Falcons roster were doing, they can't get dubs on the board. I mean, you're gonna lose your contract. You're gonna lose your spot.
I think if anything, maybe R-Cities and Priest feel it the most. I think Pred is pretty much like, even if he's like basically he's playing fine. He played fine today, but I'm saying like if he doesn't play that good or like reach that superstar performance that he played previously last year, I don't think it's going to really matter. I think this guy's either going to stick on this team regardless because the Falcons is a organization that's going to like value him and try to keep him as like a star player for the roster, or I mean, like I said, it's just it could just be like a bad year for him. Like shit happens, but I think maybe R-Cities and Priest have way more pressure than
There's
anybody else
one
on the
thing
team.
The AG needs to do over the course of this team, and let's say I'll give him until probably end of next major one, just because I think he's on this team long term. He's just playing more fundamental in a structured system of COD. I think that's like the biggest thing. If he figures out, is going to unlock a lot more potential he has as a player.
Yeah. I do want to hop into some clips. I don't know if you guys have anything else you want to say about the series, but I did want to start with a listen in here in the first map, Skyline Hardpoint. Obviously, Vegas are down by about 40 here. We haven't heard them much since their new squad, so I thought it'd be nice to tune into the listening and see how the boys sound. So let's tune in and see how Vegas sounds.
Weak in the back. One more, jump down, bonsai tree. On you, Renko. Catch the time, front, he's right back. Watch out, white part, in the corner, laying down in the corner. Once P1. Laying down right corner. I'm running this guy. Free. There's two. We're coming through the kitchen. I'm coming through kitchen. White part dead, last guy time. Good job.
Maybe low. Watch his zip. Yeah, my front. Help me on top. I have my own zip. Have zip. Okay. Yeah. Hold my front door.
Weak.
P1 on one shot. I have P1 set up. Catch. He's low white pie. He went to new. Good shit, guys. Let's go.
Yep, good shit. Good out.
They're gonna spawn deep right. Got it. I knew. Nice.
I'm
Weak. Oh, in there.
I think one could be P1. Are we just going new?
I'm
sitting roads.
I'm dead. Alright, there's two on top.
Top cat.
Work mid. Top left. Yeah, good luck. I need to manage. One cat. Many times. I'm dead.
I'm flipping.
Get on.
Nothing kitchen. Nothing back kitchen.
I'm pushing. Yo, close on me. He got me. Nice, good trade, bro. Help him time. Still blood. Maybe he jumped down.
What a bit. You Jim.
Bottom mid in front. He's absolute time. There's two. Nice. Listen, block off spawn.
I'm 170
I heard you. Good shot. Push it up, push it up. Top. One shot, two of them. I have it up top. Get top of me, guys. I'm staying alive. I have it up top. They can get it. Help top.
Reals, Jim.
I'm holding one. There's two shots. One bullet, two down. They're double charging. They're one shot. They're double charging you. Left side.
I got Hellstorm.
One more, AG. One more. He ran through. They're getting switched. They're getting put in bed. Hey, just got put in bed.
Watch out. Go. Watch out back.
I'm coming to you. Push the guy out. Yeah, he's back. Okay, guys. Super back there.
All right, it's going to do it for the listening. What'd you guys think? I know there might be a little bit of a language barrier. I know, obviously, with Xnit's English is probably not his first language, but he sounds good. Xnit sounds good. I'm impressed.
Yeah, it's going to be a learning process, kind of how like Paco was in Cold War. He's learning COD English right now.
Yeah, COD English is different than regular English, right? It's completely different.
He'll get there. But I think it sounded good. I think Alec was super vocal. He was also frying in the listening, which was cool. But I think that sounded pretty good.
Yeah, Alec had a phenomenal map one. Not only just the kills at the end at 36 and 23, but just the routes he was taking, the spawn. He was blocking spawns, picking up streaks. He just made some really good plays. So really good listening from him. And then we get into the dealership S&D. I mean, we had some big rounds here. We get into the 4-3 round. Vegas Falcons a 4-3 here. Alec, he gets a little crazy here when he gets tagged up in the 2v2. Tries to chase him down with a knife. And ends up getting taken out. But check out Xnit with the 1v2 clutch here. Gets Real tagged up, slides the corner, poops on Rencor, and gets the kill onto Real. And you can see how much that means to him. He's standing up, screaming, going nuts. Xnit with a big clutch there. I was really impressed with Xnit's play today. I mean, some of you guys, Sam, you were saying he might be their best player.
He's their best player, which is a fucking insane thing to say.
Yeah,
but
I mean, what about do you guys
he's
think?
Been great.
What about you, Pat, Chris, Ben? Do you think Xnit's Vegas Falcons' best player right now?
I think mechanically it's not even close. And like we already said, in terms of their region, they played a lot of S&D prior to like learning respawn. That was going to be his learning curve because of how underdeveloped that region was in terms of respawn game modes. So like when it comes to decision making, yeah, he might not always be the best, but he's bails himself out talent wise. But in S&D, bro, that kid's unreal. Like that whole like Falcons team was pretty damn good at search. So yeah, I mean, I was a fan of him. I thought him and Kicks were very promising when they came in terms of their team. So I'm excited to keep seeing him play and see how his career develops. Because right now, I mean, teaming with the world champions, even if he quote unquote might be the best, it's still going to help him become an even better player.
Yeah, he overheats a little bit after that 1v2. He ends up running at him the next round. But go ahead, Pat. Yeah, what do you think?
I think more importantly than being their best player, I think he's their most consistent player. Which, you know, in my opinion, especially with this squad in particular, like I'm waiting more than just being their best peak. But yeah, he's more consistent than all of them. The others just take turns like having shit maps. I feel like he at least has solid maps even when he's playing bad.
Yeah, what about AG, Pat? You always had AG as a superstar. You know,
yeah, I mean,
you still considering him a superstar or what?
Well, last year absolutely, but this year no. And I think I picked Pred obviously in fantasy, and I expect Pred to find his footing with this team. Maybe it might take a couple days, weeks, matches, but I expect him to just start focusing on kills. There's times where he does look lost on the map, but I do expect him to just start, getting back to his bullshit on just being the guy that's dropping 30 plus consistently. Yeah. That's why I picked him in fantasy, because I expect that turnaround.
Yeah, you need him kill whoring, right? You need him slaying, especially in a team like this. I mean, he's gonna have to.
Yeah, I would
focus on kills right now.
I would argue he needs to play more around the objective, because Xnit is that guy that goes rogue on their team, and I know that's insane, but like Pred's always had his play style where he kind of like plays like lurky, and if he does that kind of around the objective more, it might help, because I don't know. With Pred, his mechanical skill is still there. Like when he gets in gunfights, he's winning gunfights. Like he can easily fucking have those like pop off like two pieces and stuff like that. But his decision making is what's holding him back right now. Why we don't like consider him quote unquote the best on his team. Like that, if you see it in Hardpoint, sometimes he plays okay, but like when it comes to the other modes, he's just not there yet.
Bro, yeah. Yes, I want him to kill whoever. I think Ben, you said it, because bro, he has ARs that are like consistently 0.8. Like that's their average line, and their peak is maybe a 1.0 in a series. So yes, I do want Pred to kill her on this team.
So you want him to play off lane and have him play 3v4. East goes positive, lose by 150.
Bro, I don't. No. You have to have a reliable source fucking on this team. Like obviously, the only person you have is Xnit. I can't trust Alec or Priesta to get kills when it matters. I literally can't.
But you agree, like if they play more fundamental and structure, the kills will come to them because they're going to get.
I don't think that. No, I don't think that. I genuinely do not. I've said this time again. I don't think Preston nor Alec are there. Alec had a great map 1. He went plus 16 or whatever, but he still ended the series negative. So no, I do not think that if they play more fundamentally sound, are Preston and Alec getting more kills? No, I do not.
The problem is.
Let's the comments. What you guys think, chat?
The problem is like you're looking at it from his perspective, but like you got to look at it from the rest of the team's perspective. If he's like, let's say hypothetically taking like routes and stuff like that to get into people's spawns and doing that stuff, like he's essentially putting some of his teammates that might not excel in certain like environments, like in bad situations. For example, like Priesta is
gunfights in good situations.
Priesta scared the fuck out of me.
Yeah, that was loud. Priesta's definitely more. Preston is definitely more of like a role, like a route taker, like making good plays type of player. If he's got to change his play style or like try to adapt to the game. That's what we've been saying with Pred. He doesn't play the game the correct way. Like he needs to get in there with XNID and start like playing way more like face first and just stop like overthinking the game so much. Like that's just what it seems.
That's just kind of how this game is played too, right, Chris? Like you just it's like an AW all over again, right? Like kind of just hit shit together and play quick.
Play to your team's strengths. Yeah, sure. If you have other like you gotta like enable your teammates to a degree. That's the whole submachine gun player's role. You got to get your AR set up. If you're just constantly taking routes and forcing your ARs to face fuck the hill, what do you think's gonna happen?
Pred and XNID to play and adjust for Priesta. That is fucking insane.
Because
Priesta's the worst player on this team.
Because often the lesser skilled players are gonna have a harder time adapting than the more skilled players on the team.
Make a roster change, man. That's just so delusional.
They just did. I'm not saying they shouldn't.
Why are we asking our best players to make sure our worst players can get killed?
Wait, hold on. Well, we already said we're not fans of the fucking roster change.
No one said anything about those other players.
He literally said adjust. So Priesta is more comfortable. He literally said that. What do you mean?
Well, if you want to have more success with your current roster, that's your win condition.
There is no win condition on this current roster. That's the reality.
Okay, I'm playing long term. If they want to bring championships to this roster,
they're not doing that. They're not doing that either way. No matter what. Not happening.
Long term, if they want to bring championships to this roster,
not happening. No matter what. Next question.
Pred, play more fundamentally correct. They can build a proper system and have more consistent results when they inevitably get better players.
Bro, we're talking about the Vegas Falcon playing for championships, bro. Next question.
In the future, which is what they want to get to.
It's not that out of reach, Pat. If they just like buy a fucking super team at some point, it's not that crazy of a concept, you know?
Yeah, but that's not happening right now with this roster.
No.
I'm not asking my.
It's not out of the realm of possibility.
Never get better.
What I'm doing is hoping my superstar player gets his stock back up, so good players want to come play with him. I don't want him fucking being like, "Oh, don't worry, Preston, I'll bait for you." No, it's absolutely not what I want, bro.
I want to see the YouTube comments after the show.
All right, let's move on to the clip here. It's a 5-4 round, right? I think Falcons should have closed out this map. But 3v3 situation, they're able to get the A bomb down. I want to just see how they played the post plant. They have AG across the map right now playing on an island. And he actually ends up going for a super duper long route here for the late pinch, which I don't even mind, but you can kind of see how Miami played this. They actually do read it. It's Rencor who picks up the pinch here last second and turns around. So he just completely reads AG here. AG tries to slide the corner. Rencor takes him down. And then Preston and Alec are all by themselves here. Preston gets a kill, gets traded out. Alec on a 1v2. He dies. Is there any way you wanted to see Vegas Falcons maybe? Would you change anything with their post plant here? I mean, did you like the flank from AG? Did you guys like the play? I mean,
I don't mind it, but maybe if like taking his time.
Cut mid though instead of going all the way.
That's just hindsight. Like to be honest, he just needs to be a little bit more careful. Like he's under the impression that he's just going to make a play and no one's going to read it. When like if you're playing good teams, like they're going to watch their like pinch. So if he just takes his time, maybe throws a shoulder, he doesn't die to Rencor, and then maybe he has a little bit more finesse ability. Going mid, that's also a good play. But like if the situation would have played out differently, they would have killed him running through mid. We would have been saying the same shit. Should he have gone around? Like that would be hindsight. So I think if anything, he just maybe like is a little bit more careful. Other than that,
the other thing, Chris, is we talk a lot about player tendencies. He's a player that loves to flank and pinch. Teams do their homework. They know they haven't seen him pretty much all around since the rip. They know that he's probably on a long route, so they pick it up earlier. It's just something he's got to deal with. And you got that kind of play style.
Yeah, I think AG needs to take his time on it, right? Like if you're gonna flink, you know one guy's gonna be watching it. You have to win that one, right? Because if he wins that 1v1, or at least just stays up, say he throws a shimmy, right? And Rencor sees him. Yeah, he has a sub. AG's got a sub. Rencor's got an AR. Say he does throw the shoulder and gets the info, and Miami see him. Now he's just a nuisance, right? Now Miami's worried about him.
Exactly. Yeah.
And they don't know what he's doing. So if AG was just able to stay alive there, I thought it would have been a good play. And to be honest, when you get this A bomb down, unless you get pushed up and get control of their side, like it's kind of hard to check bomb.
Yeah,
right?
you gotta
like,
commit to a fight to check bomb.
Yeah, you gotta commit. You gotta commit here. Like somebody can just hop and be looked over, and I mean, they could just sit back on these head glitches and on these cars and stuff, and just watch the checks, right? So Miami do a good job just retaking this. This is a great read from Rencor to pick up AG on the pinch. So fantastic plays coming in from Miami there. That's 2 rounds in a row for Miami. They bring it back to a round 11. And then I'm just going to let the round 11 play out because this was a mixy one. It starts with Vegas Falcons. They end up kind of bringing this bomb towards the B side of the map. And this gets a little mixy here. You can see the trophies are down mid-map. Sam, I know you hate when people throw a stun and it hit the trophy.
They hit the trophy and throw the nade right into the trophy.
They just throw the nade again, waste both their attacks. But you can see how Miami plays this defense. They end up just getting mid control, right? They play slow their side. They get that mid-map control, and they kind of funnel Vegas over to this B site. But it's actually Xnid who finds the first blood. He finds one onto Metals, gets a nice pick there. You got 1 guy mid-nap for Miami and 2 playing their side. And just look what happens here. Xnid's planting the bomb. Pred gets ran at by Rencor, but that's traded as well by P-Dog. And then RCD's trades Preston. So I'm going to pause it here. 2v1 situation. Vegas Falcons did a great job here. They did a good job getting the trades, working the trades. I think that's what you want to do, especially on the offense. I was a little confused about what happens next. They get the info. They know Super is front. I don't know what happened here, but I don't think Alec should be sprinting here. Like, Alec gets caught running towards bomb, which I don't know why he was running towards bomb there. Like, I feel like at this point, just sit back and just watch over Xnid and just make sure he can't die. Whether Super chows from their side or goes to the mid window. As long as Alec can get that information, Super can't really do anything. And then Super obviously just, he takes his time, finds Xnid, and wins the 1v1. So just big plays. I think there was a choke from the Vegas Falcons. What do you guys think? And threw it away, in my opinion.
I mean, definitely. I mean, you called it. He could have just stayed his arch and shimmied because he's not going to die from front. And if he does run through the front, he has to overextend to kill Xnid, which leaves him vulnerable to a trade. So if he just kind of shoulders this window, they probably win that. But yeah,
I mean, especially if Xnid's planning the bomb on the backside, like Super, if he challenges their side, can't see him on bomb unless he overextends, right? So really, all Alec needs to do is just stay arch and just watch his window. Because if Super does OE and shoot him off bomb, then Alex slides the corner and trades it, right? Like he just plays off the trade. So I thought that was a little bit of a misplay from Vegas. Or in a 2v1 situation, if you're scared and you don't know where he's coming from, just wrap, just get out of there. I mean, it's a small map.
They could have probably literally just ran together, like pushed out their side, or even like wrap back and made it to A bomb in time to plant again. So they could have done a lot of different shit. He just gets caught out.
100%. Great plays from Super though. Clutches the 1v2 in around 11 and ends up tying the series up at 1. That was a big map win because it could have been anybody's game after that. Then the control wasn't even close. Miami slammed Vegas in a control. But then here in the 4th map, the Hasi Hardpoint. Some big breaks coming in from the Vegas Falcons. We're going to watch this rotation because both fence hills on both rotations, Vegas Falcons were able to break in and take down the Miami Heretics and break these hardpoints. So I kind of just want to break down Miami's setups here and see what actually happened because Miami got a couple kills on a roto.
They spawn them in the back.
Yeah, they spawn him in the back. Nobody's blocking those back spawns. And then you can see the pinch comes in because AG, he's slow playing front. All the kills go down from Vegas. And just like that, I mean, I'll pause it there. I mean, Vegas ended up breaking and locking down most of his time. So what do you think? What do you think happened here, Chris? I mean, what should Miami be doing here in the rotation? Like, where did they fuck up here? By not blocking? You think somebody should be like kind of playing towards 10 blocking? Or?
If you go back like before this hill pops, like how they play their exit kills, like so they have number 5. He kind of gives up. He's basically playing the exit through the front, and then whoever pushes up halls, I don't know who it's gonna be, but like they're playing every exit here. Yep. Like as soon as this hill pops, like no bullshit, like somebody needs to back up. Like number 8 needs to take kill, number 7 needs to go block because any of these kills are gonna flip. Like they did a good job of playing the exits. They just didn't play the block, which ends up spawning in the back.
Yeah, Meadows also blacked out here. He didn't see this guy. This guy slid right by him, top hall. And I don't even think. I guess he just. I don't know. He blacked out. Maybe he blacked the fuck out. Didn't see him. Because that would have probably been a big call out. Because he ends up staying alive. AG ends up staying alive. He ends up pinching up top, and you know Real knows he's up there. He gets taken down, and Vegas Falcons work a clean break there. So great break from Vegas. Even in the first map, they were getting some nice breaks on their hands. Which I mean, I guess the prior Vegas, we didn't really see them breaking many hard points, right? So great plays coming in there, and then we get to the next rotation. Same thing, right? We got another look at this fence hill, and it's Miami who's there early. They're here on this rotation. Metals is able to find an exit kill by Rock. Making a 4v3 situation here, and take a look at the spawns again, right? Same situation where Vegas now is spawning in the back, and then they have players slow playing front. It's almost like Miami's setting themselves up, right? Like they're getting these kills on rotation, and they're just splitting them.
Hey, hold on. Back
I don't know
guy,
what.
back it up.
I did, Ben. I backed it up. What's the problem? What are you looking at here, Benjay? Talk to me. You're pondering. I can see you pondering.
I'm just trying to see if they did feel like number 3 got through.
Yes, number 3 ran through mid map. Number 3 ran through.
They just got to commit to a side, bro. Like they're literally, I don't know if they actually prefer to fight this hill from the front, because that's what it seems like. They're putting so much pressure back here.
That's crazy.
And they're not blocking.
I feel like fighting this hill from the front is crazy. Wouldn't you want them coming?
I'll be honest.
Like the
if
best
fucking Rancor
situation,
gets the kill, I think they're good.
I feel like the best situation on this hill is when they're spawning all well, and then you're just cutting them off from top U and low U and fences and top plat, and you're just hitting all those crossfires. Like they can't really do anything. You know what I mean?
But I would say though, Tom, there's an argument in the school of thought that like if they spawn the back and you double front, like if you just watch fucking maps and like this side of the plat, you pretty much have.
That's
a fucking rogue way to. But the problem with that is that's a rogue way to play it though, Chris, because you got to assume you get all of the kills perfectly on exit.
Yeah, exactly. If you basically, otherwise you stagger them and they split, and that's what keeps happening. Like they're relying. If you want to play like that, you're relying on basically getting a clean 4 dead. Like because otherwise you run into the situation where trades are starting to happen and you don't have a side, and now they're split spawning, they converge on you, and well, that's what that's what happened to them.
And take a look here, going into the next. Oh, go ahead, Ben.
I just think Chris is correct. They just gotta play tighter.
Gotta get a side, bro.
You don't need to take that much space.
Yeah, and then here towards the end, you see Miami. They actually beat Vegas here to this rock hill. It's actually Real who's here first. And take a look at the play here from Exnid. Slides the corner, hits him with the step back, jumps the corner again, finds another one. Then Alec comes in, RCD's with a trade, and just like that, Vegas Falcons are in there. Exnid makes the play through open hall and gets a big 2-piece there onto Miami. I don't think there was really anything Miami did there. I think they just got shit on. I think Exnid just makes the fucking play. Miami do a good job getting there early, but what a win what a big 2-piece from Exnid there to get his team in there. Good trades coming in from Alec and the rest of the boys. You can see Exnid getting hyped up again as they send this into a last map, which I'll be honest, it was very comfortable for Miami in the last map. I didn't have much to say there. Clearly Vegas struggling in the S&Ds a little bit. I think if they would have took that map too, they probably arguably they would have won the series, right? So tough series for the Vegas Falcons. I think that was probably one they thought they could have won, especially winning 2 hard points. I didn't think Vegas would get dazzled today. That wasn't in my book. So that was quite interesting. Any final thoughts, guys, on the Vegas Falcons and the Miami Heretics? Any final thoughts? Nope. All right, absolutely. Let's hop into the next one. We got the Los Angeles Guerrillas for the second series of the day. They're going up against the Carolina Royal Ravens. Obviously, a new look to LAG with Fellow and Johnny coming into the roster. They are officially in blow it up territory. And then, of course, they're going up against Carolina, who were going to make a roster change, right? The rumors were there. Sources were coming out, but they ended up staying together. Sam thinks they might be compromised, but I mean, they ended up getting the win here today, a 3-1 victory here. The only map they lost was the Hacienda Control to map number 3, and that was a weird one. I mean, they didn't even get a single kill. I think they had 3 players with single-digit kills at the end of that one. But 250 to 243, protocol hardpoint first map, so a really close one there. And then red card S&D 6-4. Another close one, and then the red card hardpoint. That was a 100-point win for Carolina, 250 to 146. Not even close. We'll scroll down, take a look here at the stat sheet. Nearly a red carpet here for the Los Angeles Guerrillas. Gentlemates, you got Fellow with a .92. You got Kismet with a .92. Lunars with a .93, so 3.9s. And then Johnny with a 1.21. That's my fantasy player. Only one positive. Love to see that. And then the other side, you have Gwyn with a 1.08. Slasher with a 1.13. TJ with a .84 today, and Vivid with a 1.01. Not sure what the Crumble Cookie lineup was looking like. But TJ with a .84 in that one. Slasher Thanos, he had a series today. A 1.3 in hard point, a .86 in S&E, and a .53 in control. He kind of got shit on the S&E and controls, but he still got some match MVP because he shut it down in the hard points. Great job coming in from Thanos. We'll start with you, Sam. We'll work our way up. What did you think of the series today, Sam? How did you think Carolina played? And how do you think about the new LAG? What do you think?
I think Carolina played mid today, and I think LAG definitely looked better. There was a world where they were up 2-1. I think they tossed the fuck out of the protocol hardpoint, and kudos to Ravens for clutching up. But I think LAG's roster change, there's a little glimmer. There's a little sliver of hope. I like the change. I think Johnny was, again, deserved his chance, and same with Fellow. And Johnny really played well today. I think the whole team kind of did, but there were some shortcomings with just clutching up at the end of some of these maps. But yeah, man, Ravens taking care of business online. Gwyn is still the truth in his bedroom. Nothing's changed.
Yeah,
but go
ahead, Pat.
I saw a Reddit post of 2024 stats, and they're saying that the Gwyn online the land stuff is overblown. What do we think? Basically, his KD. I'll link it to you. His KD differential was like not that crazy.
I don't care.
Give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about his KD.
That is padded a little bit by some of the like free.
How many times has he played Falcons on land this year? And what were his stats in those?
This was last year. This was last year.
I mean, that's fine. He wasn't that bad last year. He just wasn't as good.
I do want to say, by no means do I think Gwyn's a bad player. I think he's a great player. I think Gwyn is insane.
He's just mid.
He's just not what he is.
And he's not mid online.
No, he's just like I just want to see what he's doing online on land. I just want to see that same. Like I want him to have pop off maps on land. I want him to drop 30s and 40s on land because I know he can do it. That's why we're so hard on him because you can see it. Like you can see the mechanical gun skill he's got. I don't know what it is with him on land, but I mean we need this guy to perform, right? Like it's gonna change the whole outlook of his team, right? So I just to me, bro, I don't really care what the stats say. I mean I can see his impact from online to land just from watching. And I think even he would tell you that he's got to step it up on land, right? I mean, there's just no way. So me personally, I want to see Gwyn do it on land. I said this last stage, and then he went to land, and he didn't really do it, right? So it's like we're here again, and I'm waiting for it, Pat. I'm waiting for it. Aren't you waiting for it, Slay? You're not waiting for it? You're not waiting for Gwyn to pop off on land here?
Well, I'm just waiting to see it against a good team. Like, I don't know what it is, but it's always against the good teams that he struggles on land. But I don't know. I just thought it was interesting because I know we talk about it a lot, and I saw that earlier today. I was like, But it was obviously MW3, but I wanted to bring it across to you guys. Let's see what you guys thought. But yeah. I mean, into the series in particular, like, I mean, I thought Johnny played great. I think this was a W roster change for the Guerrillas. That protocol was super close, but I thought they got ran map 4. But overall, I mean, I expect this team to get really good at search. That's kind of what I'm hoping for this team is to really dial in S&D. But yeah, I mean, we'll just have to see more out of them. And obviously, Carolina played solid across the board, except for TJ.
Yeah, we're gonna look at some clips at LAG because I thought they threw away that first map, and even the search probably should have went to a round 11. We're gonna take a look at that last round there. But what did you think, Chris? What did you think of the series?
Yeah, I mean they could have won this series. First 2 maps look promising. I like the roster change. They got some fight in them. I still don't know what to think of Carolina again because they had Quill absolutely will them to win this series. Outside of Slasher, at least on the last map. But yeah, I mean, good signs for LAG moving forward. I don't think these guys are gonna make it to champs. They got a long road ahead of them. But again, I'm just happy to see them competitive because Ravens, regardless, at least online, they're no slouch. So. Pretty good series out of both teams.
Yeah. What about you, Benjay? What you think of the series?
I mean, I think LG had chances in the first 2 maps. There's a world where this is a 3-0, but as we said with Vegas, you got to take those advantages when they come, and if not, people are going to eventually take it the other way. I thought for Carolina, got through a couple of jitters in that first map, and another red card where, they did a really good job counter-adjusting at the end to really win that one. But that red card hardpoint was very clean. One of the more clean hardpoints we've seen them play. That's 5 or 6 matches, so hopefully these guys kick it on from here and, get back to that top 4 combo.
Yeah, for sure. I think with LAG, I mean, obviously they blew it up. They made a change. I mean, you think LAG looks better, guys? You think they had some good pickups with Fellow and Johnny? I think they 100% look better, in my opinion.
100%.
I'm actually win S&Ds. Their old team fucking couldn't do that, so.
Yeah. For sure. And I want to ask you guys, I mean, Sam, we've talked about it in the watch party, but do you think the rumors of Vivid getting dropped on his roster causing any problems with Carolina? Do you think that's an issue for them?
Undoubtedly.
You think so,
Without
Sam?
a doubt in my mind.
Could you I guess mentally that kind of chalk a team, right? Like if you know you might get dropped, or there's some changes going, or do you think that I know Sam's opinions. What about the rest of you guys? You guys think these guys are just professionals and you just brush it under the rug and keep it pushing, or what do you think?
I mean, I expect them to be professionals, but I don't know any team in the history of COD that went through this and were the exact same team. I think it's always going to linger. How much it impacts their squad is key, but yeah, I agree. I don't think any team is ever the same after going through something like that.
Yeah, it's kind of tough, right? When you kind of giving your heart out there, and then some rumors come out. I don't know how the whole situation was going down, but it could definitely compromise the team. But they do get the win today. You guys got any other thoughts before we hop into some clips? I want to take a look at the ending of that P1 and or the ending of that first map and the ending of the map too. Any other thoughts, guys? All right, phenomenal. Let's take a look here at the end of the map 1. It's the protocol. First thing we're gonna look at on the protocol was the second P3 to P4. Now, Sam, this is actually a moment where you were wondering what Gwyn was doing here, so I just wanted to pull it up and pick your brain here.
I want to get it. I kind of looked at it in the moment. I want to rewatch it though.
So he gets 2 here, right? And then you got another guy backstairs, which I don't know, maybe a rogue chow from Gwyn there, and then you can see TJ there trying to come in.
I think it was fine in the moment.
Yeah, I mean, they get the kills, and then they kind of get blundered here, and then they got to rush down to this next hill. But take a look at the wins from Johnny. Johnny with a big fight there, rotating to new. I just feel like here, once Gwyn gets these kills, boom, a 2-piece goes down. I don't think he needs to chase this guy, backstairs. I think him staying alive here would have been so big because he would have been able to trade some of these kills. I think if Gwyn stays alive, Carolina holds that time, and they probably get the next rotation, right?
Yeah, I think just in his head, either one, he just wants to get another stagger, but his teammates are on rotation as well. So I think in his head, he has kind of a free life here. I think obviously, in hindsight, staying alive here is just the better play, but he gets 2. He has a Tej off spawn. He also has awesome in time. So I'm in his head, he's probably
they were on rotation now.
Hold on. We like Tej with 20 seconds left hitting ult there, not rotating.
Tej hitting ult instead of rotating is very troll, for sure.
Okay.
Where does he
I in the moment I was kind of tweaking at Gwyn's play, but I think just the timing of the spawners, and obviously I don't know comms and shit, but I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. If Tej rotates here, I think it's fine.
I think it's just a bad play because they know they're spawning there, and their job is collect the scrap time, but more importantly, it's literally buy time on the rotation. If he just stays alive and plays the corner and guarantees any kills or just disrupts their push to break this, that's gonna buy them so much more time so they can rotate. So Tej, definitely shouldn't have hit ult, but I think Gwyn buying time rather than overextending and trying to get another kill is more important on that rotation rather than that, because he's not going to accomplish anything there. Even if he gets a kill, it's okay, you're just going to get traded out. Better set up a team team play with Slasher and Crossfire and try to buy some time.
Yeah, TJ did start 3-16 in this map. I mean, he brought it back tenfold in this one. He was getting early.
My fantasy player, man.
Yeah, he was on 4-23 watch, but he brought it back, Sam. He brought it back a lot. But yes, I think TJ should have rotated here. Maybe with Gwyn getting kills, he thought he could just hit ult and just keep him pinned in the back. But I think a rotation there, especially because we know how important that P4 is, right? It's just such a money hill. He ends up he doesn't rotate. He floods the hill and he dies and just kind of does nothing for the squad. And now Reese, he's by himself, and Johnny just wins such a big 1v1. Kismet floods in, and LAG just chaining these hills together. It was great work from them. And then I wanted to take a look here at the ending of the game, because this is when things get really mixy here. It's LAG who's holding this P3. They're doing everything they can to stay alive in this one. You can see how close of a game this is. You got Gwyn trying to work this pinch, trying to make the play. And I mean, we get some crazy moments here as we rotate into this next hard point. Gwyn finds a big 2-piece here. You got one guy coming off spawn. That's going to be Johnny. He's going to be the first one trying to make the play. And things get interesting here because LAG end up winning the fights. Johnny finds a big 2-piece. Kismet with 1. Lunars with 1. Boom, a clean 4 dead. And I'm sure LAG know that they're probably spawning.
Insane sequence.
Yeah, and then of course the splits come in, right? 2 spawn at old because that old hill was still popped. You got 2 guys coming off a zip spawn. I think Johnny might have messed up here. Johnny played great, but he did make a mistake here at the end. I think him over-channeling Spiral kind of hurts him here. And as soon as he goes down, right, it kind of just chalks up. As soon as he falls, his teammates start tweaking, right? There's so much to look at. There's so much going on. I much rather in a situation like this, only needing 12 seconds to win, 1 wave and you win the game, right? So I feel like he needs to back up here and play tight with his team. Make them slide in. Make them make the play. Instead, he tries to make the play. He challenges Thanos, and Thanos isn't having that. Slasher pulls out the Jackal. He pulls out the sub. and he wins a big fight there. Lunars and Kismet trying to do everything they can, but it's Reese Vivid who finds one, slides the corner, finds two, and ends up winning the game. You can see how excited Reese Vivid was after that one, after a big two-piece clutch there. I mean,
he's popping off, man. Holy shit,
I mean,
he's on his feet.
He's not even blinking. I mean, he's not even moving. I mean, this guy is completely locked in. But
you also back up. I want to see, because they also had two guys watching Big Door. They just get chaotic and they just gave it up.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here. Johnny with 2, Kazoo 1, Lunars with the other. Let's kind of see what the setup was like here. You have one guy looks like watching Zip. That's gonna be Lunars, and then you got you got 2 guys watching Big Door. It's gonna be number 2 and number 3. So it's gonna be Kismet and Fellow. What would you rather see them do, Ben? I personally think Johnny just needs to play tight, call it a day.
Well, I can see exactly what happened, which is they both gave up Big Door at the same time. So
because Johnny died spiral.
Yeah, because they just tweaked and it was just a chaotic situation. So I was just curious, like how they just were able to slide in for free and no one of them actually got a shot at.
Yep. They actually did both give up Big Door. Must have been like a miscomm there. But would you guys agree that probably Johnny just dying spiral was the biggest problem there, or anything there that you guys saw? Like Sam or Chris or Pat?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was an earlier moment, maybe the first rotation, where Fellow actually makes Johnny's play and it works out. Just because it's early in the game, I think that play is fine, just taking as much space as you can. But it like it's what you say, you need one set of kills and you win the game. So I think just playing tight with your team, holding across is definitely the right play.
It's also just a high risk, high reward play, right, Sam? Like you can push out spiral because if you do win the fights, right? I mean,
it's just not worth the risk at this point in the game. Like that one kill, yes, it's important, but you could just get the kill at the bottom as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
Unless you have team shots.
What about you, Pat or Chris? Anything to say on that?
No, I think Sam's got it.
All right, and then we head into the S&D. Now, this is actually a 2v4 for the win here for Carolina. It was actually LAG who get aggressive. Johnny finds a pick onto TJ. Clustered my picks there. TJ only needed one. Fuck it, asshole. And then Kismet gets another one there. 4v2 situation now as LAG get into this site. But take a look at Gwyn. Finds one, slides the corner. Look, it's Lunars with a drive-by here. Look at him. Look at him go. Sliding off that ledge. I don't know what happened here. That's got to be traded. I think that's the biggest thing. And now we're in a 2v2 situation. Gwyn with a big plan of 2-piece. Gwyn actually gets the ace in this one, too. Now Tyler Fellow, him and Kismet start thinking about pushing through this. But Gwyn, he's going to get aggro. Kismet and Tyler, they one backs up and one pushes, right? I think that was the biggest thing. Just a little bit of a miscomm. Tyler's backing up. Kismet's pushing Cat. And now Kismet's in a 1v2 situation. He's all by himself. He tags up Reese, and Gwyn is here to just back up his man. And he gets the ace there. Big plays coming in from Gwyn, making plays per usual. Anything you want to see differently here from LAG in a 4v2? I mean, that's a choke. No, that's a fucking choke from that. He should have went around 11.
Not fucking troll.
Together. Yeah.
Chat together, 100%. Miscoms going around everywhere. I think you either in the 2v2, you got to push something. You got to either hold together or chat together. And single something out. I think with Gwyn making his play in a pinch too, I would like to see these guys just all play for Gwyn.
They should have killed Gwyn.
Yeah, just kill Gwyn. Don't worry about their side.
I mean, to be fair, Gwyn caught them on their like adjustment period. It's like
no,
when you're playing
after the 2-piece,
he had godlike timing. Yeah, it's
yeah.
Like whenever
his 2-piece was like just a good play. I don't think that's avoidable.
In COD,
they trolled it though. They gave up ticket. I mean, they're both looking at their
they're using closet.
Or closet, sorry. They gave a closet.
It's just one of those things where like he catches them in transition. Like that's like what it is. It's like whenever you get kills in COD, like you're going through a process. If there was a listen in here, I wouldn't be surprised if LAG was starting to calm what they wanted to do, and then Gwyn hit the timing. Like there's just a transition period between like kills and like how you're going to approach the situation. I think he just gets flawless timing.
Yeah.
I think the blunder is the 2v2 though. Like you could tell that Fellow and Kiz are just on completely different pages.
Yeah, I don't know what the comms are like, but definitely a miscomm there because they didn't really play together there. So, again, LAG, just right back-to-back maps, come all the way down to the wire, and then 2 big mistakes, right? Cost them 2 maps. So this could have very easily went the other way, right? Very close series. Could have been 2-0 LAG, but instead it's Carolina who's going up in this one, and they end up closing out that series. So good plays coming in from Carolina. You guys got any other final thoughts on Carolina, LAG? Anything you guys want to say?
No comments. But I have a question. Like, what? You know what the other teams are thinking of the new LAG squad? I know we had like the one series with scrim results against Optic, but y'all heard like what the other teams are? They're way better. Still think they're not good. You know?
Well, I think I have no clue, but the problem is they also have an incredibly hard schedule to split. So I think winning this match would have been big because they got Vancouver, Boston, Bees, and Toronto. Like I just don't know how to get 3 wins out of that. So.
Yeah. So you just want to know what other teams think about him, Pat?
Yeah. From playing them, like how much better they are.
Usually we get like a coaching ranking, right? Doesn't Breaking Point do it? Where like they ask the coaches to rank the teams, and I haven't seen them in a while.
Not this year. I
Didn't
think
they
his
do one
coaches
early
probably
in the
don't
year?
respond.
I thought they did
I
one
think the
early in
problem
the
is
year.
coaches and people don't really respond to those. I would assume is why they stopped
I
doing
think they
it.
did like a preseason one or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious. I mean, granted, I don't think pro teams have them very high because from what I've heard, Carolina are pretty shit in practices. I heard
We've seen that firsthand.
Yeah, I heard they're a way better team in matches than they are in scrims. Because maybe in scrims, I don't know. Maybe they're just focused on other things in scrims. I really don't know. But
Sure. That's one way to put it.
yeah, what do you mean, Ben? You think they're just ass or what?
I mean, I think what I've heard from pros and teams when I talk to is they just feel like Carolina is just not consistently giving the 110 in practice, and you practice how you want to play. And yeah, these guys are talented. We've seen already they've gotten good placings
No
this
way,
year.
Liddy.
They're going to be a solid team for champs, but you know,
I know
gotta
Austin's in
continue
the
to
chat
work on
right
being more
now.
consistent.
Austin, are you guys not going hard in practice? What's going on, Austin? What's I know Austin Liddy's in the chat right now. You know, people are already spamming slasher slow. You know, but we got to figure out what's going on here, Austin.
If there's anything when it comes to Austin's teams over the history of ever, it's that their teams are better in important matches and just matches in general than they are in practice.
Slowly. Yep. Any other final thoughts, guys? All right.
Oh, let's talk about this blowout.
Let's go on to the next series because, what the fuck were C9 doing today? Optic looked great. C9 looked terrible. Optic definitely making some noise now after the roster changes. They blew it up. They make 2 changes, and they look like they're back here as they defeat C9 3-0 here. 250 to 148 in the Vault Hardpoint, 6-3 in the Protocol S&D, and 3-1 in the Hacienda Control. Literally not even close in this one. Optic just putting C9 in a blender. And we got a red carpet here for the Cloud9, ladies and gentlemen. Matter of fact, we got 3.8s and a 0.69, a 0.89 from Attach, a 0.88 from Kremp, a 0.8 from Mac, and a
Dropped that guy, by the way.
0.69 from Sib. And then, of course, you got a 1.25 from Dashy, a 1.43 from Hook today, a 1.22 from Shotzi, and a 1.06 from Skies. Everybody pulling weight. Everybody having around the same amount of damage in this one. Dante had a rough series. He got pooped on today. I mean, we'll take a look at the Mats MVP. Look at him. It's Kyler. It's Hook with a 1.63 in hardpoint, a 1.8 in S&D, and a 1.22 in control. God, this guy fucking cooked in every single game mode today. Sam, you're absolutely right. They dropped him, Sam. Why would they ever drop this guy, Sam? Why would they drop him?
I said it last episode, man.
Smoking the Parmigiano, Tom.
They're smoking a Parmigiano. They're smoking that Papania. I don't know what's going on over there, but they realized what they had, and they brought him back, and he's back to business, doing what he does best, and that's fragging out. But, Pat, we'll start with you. What did you think of the series? Optic come out, and they dismantled Cloud9 today. I think a lot of us thought this was going to be a close series. I know a couple of us had Cloud9 winning this one yesterday. What did you think, Pat? What did you think of the series?
I mean, they just got slammed.
They got slammed.
There's really not much to break down in this one. Got diffed the whole series. Sib, I think, had a really rough one, though. I wasn't expecting that out of him. Like, we've been talking about Sib. He's kind of been, he started slow and then picked it up and was obviously a key piece of the C9 team. But yeah. And also, this random fucking guy in the chat, Sir Corey. H said Cloud9 3. Bro, 9 people picked Cloud9, bro. Like,
Not me.
This guy's off the fucking.
The duo.
Oh my God, H picked Cloud9. Oh my guys, bring it up. H picked Cloud9. You remember that yesterday? Like, Jesus Christ, bro. Go outside. 9 people did as well. But yeah, I think they just got
My
dipped,
bad
bro.
guy, Chad. Holy fuck.
So yeah, Optic just played well and shit on these guys. But Sib got world starred.
Yeah. What about you, Benjay? What you think of the series?
I mean, Cloud9 didn't show up for the first 5 minutes of the map. Then they plugged their controllers in. But I think Optic teams are probably going to respect. Their protocol search looks really good with the squad. I'm very surprised with the vault score up out of C9 binning Skyline. I think that's a mistake out of them, to be honest. And yeah, I'm a little worried about C9 going forward. I think this is a very poor showing out of them off the rip. We haven't seen Dante play this poorly, and maybe these guys should have made a roster change. They should have pack a punch when they had a chance.
I mean, they all played like shit today. I mean, I know Dante had a .69, but I mean, the way they looked on a minimap today was so bad, bro. Just solo chow after solo chow. I didn't see any teamwork from Cloud9 today. None. It looked like they were just like not even there, like mentally. Like it looked like they just came in, got bodied, and just went home, right? Like I don't know what happened to these guys. I mean, granted, Optic did look really good today, but I mean, I felt like C9's just teamwork today was just so off. But what do you think, Chris? What did you think of the series?
Yeah, I mean, they just looked like ass. I think Optic looked great. I'm going to give them some credit here because they played phenomenal. I still love the way that Hook is enabling pretty much everyone on this team to step up. It's crazy when you have that frontline man that's just going to go in there and cause actual havoc. Skies looked really good in that map one, and then everyone else looked really good in every single other map moving forward. But yeah, I mean, this just seems very uncharacteristic of C9. I wasn't expecting it, but I'm glad to see them. I'm glad to see Optic play well. The league's more exciting when they're doing so. So hopefully they keep the streak up and keep improving because we definitely need more contention up there at the top.
Yeah, for sure. What about you, Sam? Optic looked good today. What are your thoughts on everything?
Yeah, they looked fucking sick. Again, they dropped Kyler, top 5 player in the game when they dropped him. I was expecting way more from C9. I also, don't worry, Corey, did pick C9. Just gonna put that out there for Pat. I stand in solidarity with my boy Pat.
A lot of people.
Yeah, this was Dante's worst series since Major 1. This was a tough one out of him, but again, the whole team got slammed.
Yeah,
there's not really much to talk about here. C9, they just didn't show up to play today. A lot of single pushes. They were kind of getting shit on, frankly. They were just losing ones that usually I don't see them lose. Like I think the one that comes to mind was Brandon when he was heli against Dante.
Oh yeah.
In the search today, I'm sure everyone remembers that one. So just gunfights like that, it seemed to just be happening across the board. It was very, very
Who's
weird
got
series.
Cloud9 players in fantasy? That's the question.
I do.
I
Also
do not.
Shotzzy, so that really helped.
I actually went with a double Optic combo in my fantasy, and that's looking real
Oh, yeah,
good
I remember
after
that. I remember
I
that.
got roasted for that one. That's looking real good on my part after. Yeah. Wait, who won?
Jason got both.
Who won the last fantasy? I don't even remember. Do you guys remember?
question, Tom.
How many
Good question.
times do we got to say it? Nub won the fantasy, bro.
No, who won the stage? Who won Major 2 though? Who won stage 2? Can't remember. Oh, that's right.
Oh, it was you.
Oh, it was me. Oh man, what
Tom,
a pleasure. Yes, Ben.
If you want to do a favor, click on Cloud9, go to matches.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I think it's time to have a conversation about these boys because they've had a tricky schedule draw. Don't get me wrong. If you scroll down here, click completed matches at the top.
Yes, sir, Ben. Yes, sir.
And it's going to be a little bit weird just because the minor tournament's in the middle, so you got to do a little bit of day math. But they've had a really tough draw, mind you, if you look at the quality of the opponents they have played last like 8 matches. But there hasn't been a lot of wins since they blew through the bottom of the league at the beginning of March. And I think it's start to have a conversation about these guys and whether they kind of plateaued a bit after that run against the easy opposition. They really aren't able to meet the level of sort of better teams that are out there.
I'm only seeing losses to like Surge, Thieves, and FaZe. What are we talking about? There's one loss to the Ravens, but outside of that, who else did they lose to?
Well, that's what Ben said. Isn't that what he said? That they only beat the bottom of the league and that they're losing to the.
Yeah.
Isn't that what Ben said?
I mean, bro, but like, do we expect this C9 team to beat the Thieves, FaZe, or the top 3 teams?
As of me right now,
Can't beat
no.
Toronto, Vancouver.
They beat Toronto.
3-0 Toronto. won
3-0
win.
Toronto.
They
sorry.
just smoked them.
Made 3-0 smoked them,
At the
Benji.
major on the first day, correct. And then obviously Toronto made their way to third. But outside of that win, they have not been able to beat FaZe or Thieves. They also had this big loss to Optic. They did lose to Carolina before the major as well and to FaZe. Like, yeah, I mean, I think that win against Toronto is nice, but I'm going to be honest, guys. I'm out on the C9 team.
You're out. You give up on him,
I'm
Ben.
out.
You're giving up on him.
What do you mean you're out though? Where were you in on them at?
Well-
Like we knew they were like a 5 through 8 team.
They're in the dead zone, and the problem is that with their shitty major 1 split, like Miami winning today and Boston winning today was fucking awful for C9.
They have
All
what,
the teams
95?
They
They
needed
have
to
95
lose
right
today
now,
won.
right?
Go look at the standings, Tom.
I think they have 95 points.
Yeah, everything that could have gone wrong today for them went wrong, and now they are 15 points out of the 8th spot. I think they're in real trouble now.
If they have a good
chasing
like
those
major
teams.
3, they potentially would, depending on how obviously Optic and Boston and Miami do. But if C9 get like a good top 6, I think they could be okay. What's their schedule? Do they have a hard schedule?
I'm not sure, Ben. Check their schedule. I'm pulling up the standings right now to see kind of where they're sitting. They're sitting at 9th right now.
Schedule is interesting. They
This
play
is
Thieves.
updated, right? This is updated, Ben.
It's
Right?
updated, correct, it's
Yes,
updated.
updated.
They play Thieves next week. Minnesota, who, as you see, they're also in the same mix as them. Boston, same mix as them, and Vancouver. So, like,
They gotta win.
This
They gotta
is-
win 2 of those.
This next 2 weeks it's not their season, but like this could go south very fast for them, and they can be in a position where they go into Major 3 and have to make it to Saturday night, or they're fucked basically for Major 4.
I mean, we kind of knew this though. We already talked about this. Like, it's basically the Boston Heretics, C9, and Rocker playing for these last 2 spots. Maybe you could throw Optic in there as well, but like we knew this Optic change. They're gonna get wins online no matter what.
We
I
knew
mean-
that, but the problem is today is that Boston, Miami, and Optic all won.
Yeah, but that one series, I don't think it's gonna be that big of a deal in the long run. Like, it's gonna come down to how these
we
teams
don't have
play.
a fucking minor tournament anymore. You've gone from 7 to 5 matches.
Yeah, but
You lost your ability to get another 65 points every
Boston
split.
and Miami could both go to Major 3 and 4 and get top 12. Like, that's totally realistic. So I don't
could
necessarily
C9,
think it's
so-
worried. Like, that's a worried thing right now.
Well, I am worried because
Pat,
I
do
think
you think they
C9
should have made a
is in
roster
losers
change?
bracket. So
But
Do you think C9 should have made a change?
Yeah, I think they should have. I don't know. I think they should have probably gone for Johnny. No bullshit.
Johnny has been looking really good.
And move.
does anyone know
Or-
if
or
C9
Max
was like?
Flex.
Does anyone know if C9 was thinking about a change?
They were.
C9, they were thinking about a change.
Correct.
I guess Fred too, but I don't know if that would have
but
worked out as well.
I don't know if AG was going anywhere. I'm sure AG signed a bag at the
AG got
Falcons.
that absolute Falcons bag.
Yeah,
man.
he's got his feet kicked
The
up.
absolute
He
Falcons
done.
bag.
I was actually talking today. Do you guys think that Vegas Falcons put something in a contract that if they're winning series, they get bonuses?
That
I
was
feel
insane.
I feel like that I could actually see that.
Lit.
Right? Like every time you win a match, we'll give you a little bit. Like we'll give you this amount, right? Like X amount, however amount that is. Like I feel like that. I feel like I could see that in a Falcons contract. I don't know why. But you know, Vegas Falcons, great work. They be showing a lot of love to their players. So, you know, I'm not surprised.
Didn't they just make like a blockbuster move in CS too?
Yeah, they
They
paid
picked up Mondesi,
Mondesi,
finally.
and apparently the buyout for
Paid like
Mondesi
$3
was
million?
2.5 million for Mondesi in CS:GO.
Yeah,
That
that's
is
fucking insane.
Well, they had zero leverage. They've been linked to Mondesi for
$2.5 million.
They've
They
been linked
bought
to
out
Mondesi
Mondesi
for 2 years.
Yeah, they
bro.
bought him out for 2.5 mil.
This has been a 2-year fucking transfer saga. Like it's actually insane.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy.
Well,
That is nuts.
$2.5 million.
Yeah, but then who's the squad over there, Ben? They got Nico now. They got Mondesi. What's the Vegas Falcons looking like at CS?
It's Kixon and Tess's, right?
Kicks? That's where he went.
Nah,
Yeah,
different player. Different
CS.
player.
Dahum's coaching Rocket League and Kicks is in Counter Strike, bro. chalk.
But I heard that Vegas Falcons and CS have been underperforming a little bit for how good they are. Granted, you know, I haven't.
Up until the last event, they actually played decent.
they played decent
the
last event.
like month or so. But I think Mondesi will be they'll get very good with Mondesi and Nico on some real shit.
That's insane.
Yeah, maybe-
$2.5 million. You gotta feel like fucking him.
Yeah, I think
That is crazy.
I think they had said something like that 2.5 million buyout was like more than like the whole team's worth combined or something. I forgot the stat that I saw online. I could be wrong.
Is
on
he?
that, but
He's
it
like
was-
undeniable in CS though, right? He's like
Honestly?
insane. Yeah. Isn't he like
Yes.
gross?
Yes.
He was on. He was on G2. Is that him?
Correct.
he the one on G2?
That's so he came
yeah.
with Nico before he
Yeah.
left about 2 months
Now
ago.
who's that youngin now? I think he starts with a D.
Donk.
Donk, bro. That
everything.
motherfucker can play, bro. Donk is insane. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's young too.
Yeah, Tom, I
He's
think
like
the
16 or
problem
some
is that
shit.
Vitality is fucking everything right now. They picked up Rops and they might be final going in this major, but obviously, you know.
Yeah, for those of you
We'll
that
see what
don't know
happens.
too, Rops used to play a COD guy. He used to snipe in COD. Like that was his thing. He wanted to actually join FaZe Clan. He used to make like montages and shit, I think. So that's a little fun stat for you guys. I didn't know Rops in CS used to be pretty into COD. So pretty cool stat for some of y'all. I know a lot of those CS guys don't fuck with COD, right? So some of them do. Maybe not most of them, but you know, some of them do fuck with us. But yes, some changes, some big buyouts going down for the Vegas Falcons. These guys don't give a fuck. They're dropping bags.
I just think, Tom, getting back to topic with
Yep,
C9.
back on topic here.
I just think that this is the most important 2 weeks of their season, bro. Like they just cannot, because they're in this race. Every 10 points that you lose is a match that you basically got to win on land or go like undefeated in the next split. It's just gonna make that deal much harder. So whatever issues they have chemistry wise, because they did not plug the controllers in, this is the one series you can have that. You got no margin for error right now.
Some guy said this is a COD show, by the way, brother. Relax. We talked about CS for 1 minute. All right, relax over here. He said my
Move
bad.
on, Tim. Regain, Tim.
He said my bad, Tim. My name is not fucking Tim. It's not
Regain,
my name.
Tim.
It's not my name. But yes.
That's not my name.
Optic, no, Ben. No, don't do that, Ben. No, don't do that. All
Resist, Ben.
yes, Optic
Sorry,
Texas, they do come out. I do have some clips, not many clips, just a couple clips that I wanted to pull up. You guys got any other thoughts before we hop in? I only got 2 clips that I wanted to
Boys
show.
got shit stomped.
Yeah, wait, you guys agree with me about the Skyline thing, right?
What? Oh, them playing them on vault? Yeah, that was troll. Yeah, it was troll.
Yeah, I want to talk about here in the beginning. This is the very beginning of the hard point. I mean, you could just see right off the bat. Take a look at this rotation here from the Cloud9. AKA, they don't rotate, and there's no rotation at all. Just with 15 seconds, look at these players, right? Just pushing through road. They flip themselves out, too, and Kyler just makes such great heads-up plays, too. Finds a 2-piece, runs through street. I mean, I feel like this pretty much tells the whole story with Cloud9 here.
Bro,
right?
where the fuck? Hold on. How many people spawn up here?
Look, I'll let it play out again, just so you can see. Kyler plays an off angle here in the back.
This whole sequence by Kyler, by the way, was
insane.
fucking fantastic.
It's insane. He
Every
smokes
single play he made right here was
off angle,
correct.
kills Kremp on the off angle, blocking the back spawns. Then he smokes Sib. Now he's realizing with 20 seconds left, he's got to get aggro. Finds another win onto Dylan attach. Then you got Sib and Kremp who refuse to rotate. They don't want to
Kremp's
rotate.
begging cat with 15 and no kills.
The whole team spawns and
Nobody
like,
rotates.
Don't give a
bro,
fuck.
nobody rotates. I think probably the most egregious one is Dante, to be honest.
Bro, I'm sorry.
At that
I've seen
point, he
this
spawns with
way
20.
too many
You should be
times.
rotating.
I've seen this way too many times. There's no way Lamar's not freaking the fuck out over this, bro. Way too many teams fuck up this rotation. Why is it when people...
There's like 3 important rotations in this game, and this is one of them.
This is one of them. I don't understand. I don't get it. Like, this is one of those situations where if I'm not rotating, I know for a fact Lamar's telling me I'm getting dropped if I make this mistake again. All right, I've gone through this before. All right, Hackney Yard, fucking hard point. I remember I pinched green. Lamar, I know you remember. Right, I never did it again. I literally never did. I fucked up. I ruined everything. I lost us the game. And we got eliminated. And after that, we won an event, and I never did it. Look, JP's in the chat saying LOL because he remembers. JP, I know you fucking remember. All right, I bench green, and I lost us the event, and I said, you know what?
Lamar traumatized him.
It traumatized. So you tell your player, you traumatize these guys, Lamar. If you're listening, traumatize. Make them rotate here. Yeah, nah, that green flank was insane. All right, Donnie, relax. All right, I already said what I had to say. Donnie, you don't need to fucking add fuel to the fire here, Don.
It's crazy because you have to hard carry them through the first couple of months of the season anyway.
Absolutely. Thank you, Ben. Ben, thank you. So
No problem.
Ben J, that's what I'm talking about, Ben J.
That's
You know
good.
what I mean?
I had to follow you up there and get your trade.
Don, you were getting hard carried?
You know, and then I said, yo, let's pick up Mac. And they go, all right, this guy better be good or it's your fucking fault. I said, okay. Well, if hopefully this guy's good or else it's all on me. You know what I mean? And then we won.
He was good. Don't worry, Tom.
He was good. He was really good. Mac was really good. What did he say? He said, Sam, if you seen that flank, you would have been mind blown. No, Donnie, it was bad.
I've heard stories.
Well,
No,
we'll
it was
find the
bad.
clip.
It was bad. It
We'll
was
find the
bad. I
clip.
blacked
I've heard
out.
stories, Don.
All
I'm
right.
gonna find the clip and put it in the community, bro.
All right, relax. We don't gonna go back and watch my. Listen, come on. The 423 to 0 rings. Fucking. Now we gotta watch
Move
this
on,
fucking
Tim.
pick. Can we just? Come on, man. Oh, we shot my failures. Focus on C9. Fucking rotate. Fuck.
Their failures, not mine.
You know, it's focus on their failures and not mine. What the fuck?
But Tom's making a pretty.
My
tough
failure
player.
days are over. My failure days are. Listen, those days are long gone. Okay, whatever. I ended up fixing the mistake, and we won the next event, right? That's what I'm saying. If you're Cloud9, you got to fix that. I mean, I don't really have much on the series. I did have an Optic listening if you guys want to listen to it because they were up 174 to 62. But we don't have... You want to listen to the listening? You guys want to listen to it? Fuck it.
What the fuck?
Let's listen to it. We'll listen to it.
Sure.
We'll listen.
That's what's here.
So,
David.
I'm sitting our pinch.
I don't know.
100% mid.
I couldn't get one. Yo, attaches they're lying right now.
How I was
They're
good
lying
as
to you, I
shit,
think.
hunt.
Or he's like playing spawn. Yo, top art, watch
Yeah,
out.
how are you right now?
I'm sitting on. Watch that.
Have you
Watch
mid?
out.
Have you mid?
Low single.
Going ball.
You want me crimp?
I tripped back.
Yeah, I spawned behind him.
There's two con.
On that.
We should go through time. We should go time.
I'm taking one round.
Let's go top part. Let's go top
One
part.
guy's on me. Ball. On time.
Attach top art or top
I'm taking one round. You should kill you.
Top
Fine,
end
still.
attach.
I'm one shot.
Top end still. We should go mid.
They're playing for me, guys. I need help. Kill
One
this
top
kid.
part.
They know I'm involved.
1 HP. Flip guard. Other guy's mid cut.
I'm pushing.
I help.
Where's the other
Flip
guy?
guard. Flip guard.
Fight for this time, guys.
I'm right.
Top art.
Yo, 2 on time. 2 on 0.
Heard you.
Try to get top part for me.
Heard you. I'm trying top art.
He's one time on time.
Plus data, by the way.
Attaches really weak.
I can throw the
You're good. He's
Trying to
above you.
rotate.
Yo, one other guy's for cat. Other guy's for cat.
Alright, one top before. He's in there.
Top part. 1 HP.
Who's just shooting this map?
You're top before statue. One's low art.
He's
He's
going
hard,
single.
hard.
He's going single, I think. He's going top art. He's going top art.
What's up before? Top before. I got through.
They double stack the time.
Top art. What's top art?
Top art. Still there?
Anytime. There's top before.
Top before.
Scan top time.
Top art attach. And one in the back.
Back.
Help you. I'm gonna help you.
He's attached. He dead. In the back. I blocked. I'm showing up. Inhale, no, I mean. Side door, right.
Alright, one guy's in the back. One guy's spawn up front. One spawn up front.
Play for top. Fuck the timer.
One front.
One guy's in the back.
Play for top.
Play for the top.
One back to you.
Hey, he got me. I had no ammo. Two in the back, guys.
Your tree, back. He's going solo tree next. Contain him.
Contain. I'm picking up right. Left on me.
Go, be left.
Left truck.
Stop.
One guy's in the back side to you.
I'm gonna push it.
Top E4 left side.
One guy's
going top bar.
Jumped out.
Lane towards the left. Lane towards the right.
One guy single, Mac.
He's going right.
Alright, what's the left side of you? Graham. To you.
I'm playing the back. I'm playing the back.
Yeah, I'm ready with Donnie for the chat. Donnie's comedy. He said Tom should have picked me up for the land, but he picked up Moxide or some shit, and he had a 0.6. What, when I was 18 and Call of Duty Ghost? I didn't know what the fuck I was doing back then. But hey, it be like that. Any thoughts on the listening or the series? I don't have much from this series. It was bad. I mean,
Tyler's godlike, man.
Collar's insane.
I think,
Now, Dashy played good today. Bro, Bruce was insane
Yeah,
today.
Bruce was shooting today.
I think for Optic, this is you needed this weekend. You needed a 2-0. You needed to right the ship. Take that weight off your shoulders of all the bullshit from the last few months, and then they can lock in and try and now progress into being a top 4 squad. They're on their way to do it. I don't think they're there just yet, but if you're an Optic fan, you gotta feel good about the progress with this new squad right now.
Yeah, for sure. Anybody else got any other final thoughts here?
Yeah. Also, stop playing these guys on fucking Vault Hardpoint. Like, what are we doing here, bro? Next
Co-sign
fucking
that.
series.
+1.
All right. Anybody else? Any final thoughts?
No, I'm gonna drag Joe in here.
All right, get Joedecieves in here. We got some drama to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. We see
Hold on, before we get into this, can someone answer me a question?
Joe.
What the fuck is exit lag?
Joe.
Pretty much what it does, it like helps like route like it gives you like better routing to the server pretty much.
Isn't it like AI shit or something?
I don't know, bro. It's some bullshit, bro.
Yeah, you don't care about that shit. It's fine.
Wait, but is it like a third party thing, or is it something the league is okay with?
No, the league is okay with. I'll explain.
They're not responsible for it, right?
No, they aren't. But that's not the issue. That's not like if we were lagging because of exit lag, we turned it off. Pretty much, right? If you want me to just go into it already.
Yeah, get right into it. First of all, Joe, welcome to the show. Welcome to the fight. I appreciate you joining up and giving us a little backstory because I actually pulled up. These is you guys raging after the round uncontrolled.
Yeah.
Who you guys yelling at here, Joe? Who you guys yelling at?
Bro. Pretty much, right? So yesterday, obviously throughout the year, we've kind of had a lot of issues, right? And the biggest reason why, especially we forfeited today, was because of just the inconsistent ruling we've had throughout the year of going back to the minor one where I remember we were playing it was map 5 versus Rocker when we lost to them. I get a blood, I'm about to get 2, and they end up the map, and then the next major 2, going to that, we're playing C9 online when we got 3-0 by them. I'm lagging before the map even starts, my ping spiking. I think I'm on packet loss too. And I told the ref, I was like, yo, end it, right? Because Sam, you've been in the league. They literally tell you before, if something's happening, tell them, right? They literally tell them.
Then
We're telling them before the map starts. Exactly. We're telling them before the map starts. It's 20-second countdown. And they're like, okay, we'll tell the IT or whatever. They don't end it. We play the round out. Matt gets 3-piece, and then they end the map, and they give them the round. And when I got the blood, they didn't give us a round, and they just made us fully restart. And then now going back to, obviously, I'm pretty sure everyone saw Jaws' tweet saying, this is why you don't use exit lag. Going back to yesterday, too, obviously, the map was we stopped it, right? Because,
Come on, map 2.
So first, we played map 1 out. We won it. And they told us we weren't allowed to use exit lag because we didn't use in the warm-up, apparently. But we did. When we did the server testing, we did because Jamie was on 30 ping, and they're all on 15 ping. FaZe is all on 15 ping. I asked them. They told me this. So I text for this.
Hold on. What is the rule reason why that exists? I don't quite understand.
What exists?
Why are you using
Because you didn't use exit lag in the warm-up.
This is what I was about to get to, though, is we did. We did, because I remember the ref or one of the IT guys told our head coach, Ryan, that, Jamie's ping is way too high. We can't put it, or he's way too high. And so we use exit lag. Okay, they said, okay, that was fine. All right, cool, right? We use exit lag. We're on our regular ping because our pings were way too high. We're on Chicago. Jamie was on 30. We use exit lag. We're down to, I think, 14 we were on. And they're on 15 to 20 when I asked them. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So then we go in the match. We win the map 1, right? Then afterwards, they tell us, yo, you're not allowed to use exit lag because you didn't use it in the warm-up when we did. I swear to God we did. And so, we had this whole thing, blah, blah, before the map starts, right? Then we played the round 1 out, and this wasn't even on stream. We asked for a server test, and they told us like they said like, so we were starting the game and we said, is this a server test? They said no, or the guy said play it out. I think is what he said actually. He said play it out.
What are the other server options?
Yeah, I've heard that before, Joe. I've heard that before.
Yeah.
Play it out's the devil's
I think
magic.
the other one was what we ended up playing on was New York, right?
Okay.
And so we asked if this was a server test. They said play it out. We're like, okay. Jamie gets a 2 piece. So he shits on 2 of them, and he's on 30 ping because we were doing this without eggs lag because they told us we can't use it. So we're like, all right. So we used it. Jamie literally shits on 2 of them, and this is even on stream, so you guys don't even get to see it. And then they end it, and Jamie's like obviously raging. He's like, bro, what? Like they didn't even tell us a server test. And then we played again. I think no eggs lag. We go up 2-0. That's when I got the 3 piece, and then they end it. And then they go, yeah, no, Jamie's ping is way too high. What? Like, how does that make any sense? They said that they didn't see Jamie's ping be 30 in the warm up, and then now they're telling us, oh yeah, no, it actually is. That makes no sense at all. And then today, go ahead, Ben.
Just to back up a sec, Joe. Because I know you're new to the camp. Has this been like an ongoing issue with the Toronto team over the course of like the last couple of years of the league, or is it an issue that just popped up this year?
No, I mean they've told me in the past about like stories of like when they played FaZe. I don't know if it was last year or like a year, maybe MW2, when they were like rubber banding and the same shit happened. They gave them like the round, or I don't really know too much, but they've definitely had issues like this, and they've gotten fucked over every time. And I mean, there's a lot of teams this year. I mean, I don't know if you guys heard, but there's a lot of teams this year that have gotten fucked over. And I even had a team tell our Joe, like the other Joe, that they wish they forfeited at the start of the year. I won't say the name because obviously I don't want to fuck anyone over. But they literally said the same thing, that they wish they forfeited at the start of the year. Because of how bad these rulings are and how inconsistent they are and how dumb it all is.
So the servers like say, because like when I was competing like 2 years ago or even last year, I heard the servers were not horrible. Was there just a big step backwards this year?
I'm not sure, but I mean maybe. I mean it could be. Right. Obviously, I don't know. It
doesn't seem horrible when I was playing. So
no, yeah. I think the biggest issue is though, Sam, is the fact that last year, on the game day, if there was something wrong with server, I mean, our whole LAT team can tell you, Cap can tell you, like when we had issues, they'd be like, okay, yeah, we'll just do a test server real quick, we'll change it if needed, blah blah blah. We've had when we played Boston Major 2 online, we said, yo, can we play New York, because every time we scrimmed them, we used New York and Exilite, never any issues, none, 0. And then we played, I forgot what server we ended up playing them on, but it was some bullshit server, and they're on lower ping, by the way. They would be on 8, we would be on 12. So we're trying to help them. We're literally helping Boston, and we want to play them on this server. And then we get told it's not a game day conversation. When last year on game day against Carolina, we literally argued it, and they changed the server. We tested servers. That's when Teach was like, that's when Teach literally ended up saying, oh, they need LAT champs or some shit.
I'm confused because it sounds like the procedure has changed over the course of season to season, but was there like a memo or an email saying this is a new policy, or they just...
No, the issue is there's no consistent ruling. That's the issue. Every single time it changes. Every single time. When every issue this year has changed, there has been literally like I guess like a Google Doc of like issues that all teams have had sent to them, and they say nothing. They don't give us any good like responses. And this wasn't made from us. This was made from other teams.
Essentially.
Yes, that's why we ended up forfeiting, because of how bad like we were, and it wasn't like we were getting high ping, because we would have played it. Yesterday we were playing FaZe when we did when I was telling you guys we went up 2-0. We said, all right, we'll play on high ping. Fuck it, right? Because we don't give a fuck. I'm not lagging. I'm fine. So we played it out, blah blah blah. Then they reset the server, and then today we are literally rubber banding. You can see at the start of the round, like the control on map 3, I kill Purge and Vault, and you can literally see my game stuttering over and over and over and over. And we sent that to the league, and they give us nothing. And we've had observers, by the way. Fred said at the start to like pretty much we've had observers literally tell us, yeah, we saw you lagging, we were trying to stand for you guys, but like they didn't do anything about it. The observers were telling us we were lagging. The observers, the CDL observers.
You said you had somebody behind you, right, Joe?
Yes. I also had my coach behind me recording our POV. They did nothing about that. We had observers watching. They didn't give a fuck.
Right.
Like we literally have people in the CDL and behind me watching, and they're doing nothing about it.
What was their response to all of like the evidence or proof that you guys had?
They said that we have no proof. That's what they said. When we sent them all this, and we had, like I said, we literally had people watching, the CDL observers telling them they are lagging.
Hold on. They're not going to say you have no proof. Like
no, they did.
There should be more.
When we asked for a server change, they said we had no like proof.
So when you send them the clips of the rubber banding, what do they say specifically about those clips?
I might be able to pull the Discord.
Yeah, because the wording is important here. Because I know you're paraphrasing, but I want to, at least for the record,
I can pull the Discord because I kind of just stopped paying attention.
The record. We're not in a legal case right now.
I'm
because the whole point of the conversation is trying to help them.
It is a fair.
It's a good question.
No, it is. It is a fair question. I can try to find it. I'm not too sure because obviously I wasn't the one in Discord. It was like other
That's fine.
teammates and whatever. So let me try to find it for you, but I guess
Just good chat. What I'm trying to do, because it sounds like the issue, correct me if I'm wrong, Joe, is that it's just inconsistent league policy and admin decisions when these internet situations are arising, never to make this online league somewhat competitive on that front. And what I'm trying to demonstrate here is that, and I assume you agree, the inconsistent policy communication is like the biggest issue, and why you guys kind of fucking like finally had a final straw today and decided to forfeit.
Yeah.
I got a DM from a coach, by the way. Well, I will not say his name, but basically this coach had 3 days a week where their assistant coach was not here, and they had to talk to teams about servers for scrims, and everyone got servers they don't want to play because they're unplayable.
Yep.
LMAO.
Yep. That's what happened all this year again. We've tried telling them to switch servers, the servers that we literally scrim on, whether we use Egg-lag or not. We've never had issues, and they still don't listen to us.
So are there any specific servers like you guys can't play on? Just pure like.
Yeah. So the Virginia server, and it's not just us. I talked to people on FaZe. I talked to people in Boston, that they have literally said that yesterday, for example, Boston were spiking to 200 ping on that server, and so were FaZe. Someone on FaZe told me that they are spiking on that server as well. So it's just a shit server in general, not even just for us. It's a shit server in general. I don't know why we're playing it, because like I said, we scrimmed Boston on New York. Well, we're on 13 ping and they're on 8, and we said we are down for that, and they just don't listen to us. I don't understand why. I don't really know, but.
Are there any other servers you guys have problems connecting to?
Atlanta as well, same thing. Our ping spike. Chicago, which is why we used Exit yesterday versus FaZe. I don't know why. I don't know if it's like, I don't know if the league has their own like server, because when we did it in the warm-up lobby, it's fine. Or not the warm-up. Sorry, when we scrim on it, it's fine. But then we go to do a warm-up lobby and the actual match, and we're on 21 ping when usually we're on 15. So I don't know if that's I don't know what's going on there, but that was weird.
I think they have multiple. When I've seen
yeah, it could have been that a different type of Chicago server.
I've seen what the UI looks like when you switch servers, and it seems like there are at least 3 different categories of servers, and some of them overlap in the same locale. But I assume it's just different providers, different cloud hosting services.
Yeah, so even JP said, which is what we said. I swear the match servers are different than scrim servers, because I'm pretty sure he's right, because our pingers are never the exact same.
Well, there's multiple of different servers. There's a bad Atlanta server in ranked, or a bad Dallas server in ranked, but there's also good ones. So
it seems like it's worse with the CDL servers.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's just different. We never have these issues in scrims, but then we go to matches and now we have all these issues. Never in this whole year, never have we gone, let's switch. We're lagging on this server. Never.
So what server do you guys usually play? Say Texas teams on?
St. Louis, I think. I'm pretty sure it's just St. Louis.
You don't really have issues. Is this a matchup specific thing that you guys have encountered, or is it just a
no? Because when we scrim FaZe, we scrim Boston, nothing ever goes wrong. We're always perfectly fine, no issues.
Okay.
Literally, no team do we have issues in scrims with. So I don't know. Okay. That's the biggest issue too. Is they're just not listening to the servers that we want to play, which both teams agree on. And the only reason we ever use exit lag is to literally make the pings lower for everyone, so we can play on lower ping servers.
The way exit lag works, by the way, is it just makes your routing to the server better by making sure it's routing through the proper channels.
Yeah, it's not some fucking insane shit.
Yeah,
I mean, bro, there's a lot. It's not just us who use it, by the way. There's a lot of teams in the league who use it that I know of. I can say that confidently.
Being said, Vancouver uses it in the chat.
Yeah, and there's other teams too.
Is it a Canadian thing?
I mean, no, it's basically the way so you've played ranked. Sometimes you'll play on a Texas server and it's, let's say, 8 ping, and then you'll play on a Texas server and it's 30 for no reason. It's because your internet is routing to, let's say, New York, then back to Texas. I'm just making up an example, rather than taking the fastest route to Texas. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
that's basically what it's meant. It's meant to fix the way it gets to the server.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Joe. No, you're good, Joe. Go ahead.
Well, to go back to what Ben was asking earlier, I don't have, because obviously they have their own conversations and calls, but what I see here is, this is a message from our GM saying to the ref or whatever, or not the ref, the comp ops or whatever they're called. We will not be continuing this match unless the server change is made. Proof has been provided on our side, and just one of multiple instances of control should not be 100% on us. Blah blah blah. That's pretty much telling him we're not going to play if we're
so
still lagging.
We're forfeiting.
And all he says is copy. I've relayed your decision. That's all he says. He doesn't say anything about I don't know how the proof what went down with the proof, but like I said, if you guys want to go watch the very start of the round, the control,
I believe you. Honestly,
you
I
can
believe
go see
you.
it.
I mean,
Like,
you guys aren't going to forfeit off of a lie.
exactly.
I
That's
absolutely
what
believe you.
I've always. That's what I've been trying to say. Like obviously on like Twitter and shit is like, bro, I'm playing with people who have played COD or been in the league for about 6 years now.
Mhm.
Never would they forfeit a series over high ping or just a
Yeah.
little bit of lag. It was the worst lag I've ever played on.
So I think Joe, like obviously it's a frustrating experience for you guys, and I think we've done a good job. Like I think you have of laying out kind of how we got in here. I mean, guys' POV and like probably like 3 points. Like explain, I think going forward, what you'd like to see the league do, so this is just fucking not happening again.
I mean, at the end of the day, I just want a consistent ruling. Like I just want to know like what makes like why certain decisions are made. Because at the current moment, there has never been a consistent ruling, and we never get good reasoning back onto why this rule is made or like this decision is made. Sorry.
You want comp
that's-
ops transparency.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
So, so like they never, because one thing I never understood, like when they give you a ruling back, do they cite specifically what clause in the rule book that they're using to make that decision?
Absolutely not.
No.
I can tell you that right now.
No, they don't.
do
They
that.
don't. That's the issue.
It's how
That's
it's
the issue.
done. It's how it's done in professional sports, and it makes it like
I wish it was a
transparent to
professional
you.
sport. Trust me.
Because you have a
Every
handbook and it outlines
issue-
the policy that they use.
Every issue that I've ever had with the league has been communicated through a middleman.
Yes, exactly.
Which
And
is
it's the ref,
comp
and I
ops.
feel bad because
Yes.
the
Well,
comp ops, our ref.
comp ops being the comms is not a
It's
problem.
it's a middleman. You don't
Yeah.
ever actually have full discretion or
I always
transparency
just
with
hear,
the people
it's from
making
someone higher up.
decisions.
That's all I hear is it's from
Exactly.
someone higher up. I don't get
I'm
from
getting
this fucking page
PTSD.
in the
Joe's
rule
waking
book.
me up right now.
Bro, I
don't-
forfeited
I
a map after I won it at the
Yeah.
fucking.
I had to forfeit because
2019
Jerry got hit offline because his
Opener,
internet
bro.
wasn't
Yeah.
good enough.
Had a lot.
That's
I
crazy.
couldn't see
Bro,
my
there's
monitor. He told me to play through it.
The problem I've always had with CDL is that they don't make common sense rulings, bro.
Exactly.
You can source the rule book all you want, but you have to have common sense rulings.
Yep.
Like when things occur, bro, it's never black and white in Call of Duty. Like it never ever in the history of fucking 15 years has it ever been black and white.
Yep.
You have to have common sense rulings, and they don't do it, bro. And
I completely
it
agree.
fucks,
I
it literally
think
fucks
the easy
everything.
way to do it is when you issue rulings or hey, this happens, we're escalating it up. The response back cites the exact policy that they're using to make this ruling. Because you
Yeah,
guys have a handbook, you've signed that agreement, I assume, every year of hey, I've read this, I acknowledge the rules. They need to use that policy, that doc or official memos that are issued and reference those so you guys know that they're effectively using that policy. Because I assume there's also a process to dispute and to play under protest. And in order to make that mediation process happen, it needs to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, you need to be able to look the other way on it. So I don't quite understand communicating in the fashion they are because it doesn't lead towards your point consistent rulings.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, but that's just the most frustrating thing is like we're literally rubber banding, and it's just like every decision is just completely different. Week by week, it's just like I don't know, makes no sense to me.
Yeah. If it's unplayable, I wouldn't play that shit either.
Yeah, I mean that's literally exactly like I don't know if you guys remember the Boozer clip from last year. I think we played like Optic on an online match, and he was just
Yeah.
lagging, and that was like our pavs every map.
Yeah.
Do you
Map
guys-
3 was the worst, but
Sam, I know because obviously, you know, you used to be in the league. Do you know if at the owners level, because I assume all teams have had this frustration of inconsistent rulings going to mod for 2019, we had people getting DDoS. Like, this has been an ongoing online issue since the beginning of COVID. Like, do you know if there's been any policy that's been able to be pushed through at the owner level, or the owners just not care and it's not really on their plate?
I'm not sure. I have heard of like starting to get there that there might be conversations soon with
the
that.
only thing that I know of is when my whole tweet crash out that I'm sure everyone's familiar with whenever we got hit off for that London fiasco online. I worked pretty close with the Seattle management at the time, and we actually got the hardpoint ruling changed, like the official hardpoint rules changed for replays. I had like meetings with the league, obviously, after all of my fines happened, but me and Seattle ownership got some of the rules changed because they just understood that like this shit is just fucked from their point of view. But also at the same time, it just depends organization. Like some people aren't as hands-on as others, like Hector compared to fucking Vegas Falcons. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people are much different how they approach the league. So I think it's a case by case kind of thing.
Yep. Listen, anybody else got any questions for Joe? Joe, I really appreciate you coming in and kind of
I
clarifying.
appreciate you guys too.
Yeah, because watching, I mean, we see you guys raging, like we don't know what the fuck's going on, right?
Yeah.
And
Pause were hilarious.
yeah, and we obviously knew there was a problem yesterday with FaZe too. So it was just, you know, we just wanted to know what was happening. So I appreciate
Yeah,
the
100%.
transparency and taking time to just join up and kind of let us know what's going on.
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously, I feel bad for everyone watching because it's just fucking like when you guys are doing watch parties or even just like normal fans watching, there's about a 4-hour delay. I mean, bro, it's
Toronto's
just,
coming
it's
up,
just,
man. Lock in.
yeah, it's just long, bro.
Yeah,
And yeah, obviously apologies, but
Nah, it's
I
not
mean,
your
hopefully
fault.
we gotta be
It's
done.
not your
Hopefully this
fault.
week there's actual progress made though, because
I
I mean
hope
it doesn't
so.
seem to be a you guys issue. I mean it seems to be
Yeah,
a
I see David in
ongoing
the
thing.
I see
so.
other people in the chat too saying that they deal with the same problem, right?
yeah,
It's like-
exactly. It's just it's a league-wide thing, and like I said, there's been a full like case done of it, and they just do nothing. They don't respond. They
Do you
don't
think,
respond.
I
what
didn't
would
know
help-
any of this was going on. I had no idea.
Yeah,
this
no,
was
this has been going on since the start of the league. I mean,
That's
Is this
crazy.
what all the delays are? What all the server shit?
Yeah.
Is this usually
Most
what
of-
it is?
most of the time,
We
yeah,
were
most of the
flipping
time.
out, cursing you guys out. I'll be honest. We're like, yo, what the fuck
I mean,
are these
that's
Toronto
fair. I
cats
mean,
doing? Like, what's going on?
No,
You know
you
what I mean?
guys don't know what's going on. Like I don't. That's why I mean, even when I tweeted, I was just like, I mean, apologies because no one knows what's going on besides the people in the, in the match.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And we're just torching for 4 hours while you guys could be doing other things. So it's just AIDS.
Yeah. Go ahead, Ben. What were you gonna say? You gonna ask Joe
I
something?
say one thing that the league should do that would help is making the player handbook, or at least a redacted version that removes any like confidential information in regards to land or security from there, to the public, so people understand the policies and procedures that are enacted, especially in regards to combative operation decisions. I think like transparency to these things is always important. It keeps people on the same level. It makes sure everybody's on the same conversation. It's not some fucking like, Wizard of Oz type bullshit going on.
Yeah.
That's what it is, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And that's just not good for anybody. It doesn't benefit. It gives plausible deniability to the league when they make inconsistent rulings, and nobody's happy because of it. And I think that step would be way better for all parties involved.
Yep.
I agree.
What Berg said. There needs to be a solid handbook, right?
Yep.
All right, yeah, Joe. Thank you so much for hopping on.
I appreciate
you
you
taking
guys.
your time. You
Love
enjoy
you.
the rest of your night,
Thank you,
brother.
Yeah, you guys.
And you have a good one. Keep killing it.
Yes, peace.
Later, bro.
Peace, Joe.
Peace out. Yeah, shout out to Joedecieves for hopping on and just giving us some transparency on kind of what's going on. Obviously an online league is not ideal, right? It's not what any of us want, right? I think back in the day we had a LAN league when I was competing, when Sam was competing, and would love to see that happen again, right? I mean, we miss the LAN leagues, but there's always a problem, right, with online COD. I feel like there's always a problem with online COD. There's always something.
Can't fix all. Listen, we have a league right now because of the geography that we have people playing in the extreme northeast of the country, including in Canada, in the extreme northwest of the country, including Canada, and you have people playing in the southwest out of LA, and like central in Texas. Like people are all in the corners of this continent. Like online Call of Duty is what it is. Online connections is what it is. It's going to be really difficult to make like the most ideal conditions for everybody. And I agree. Like we should be, when all parties involved, including the teams, look at a future structure that's more land competition, because it's going to be the most pinnacle of the shit we do. You're not going to have all of these fucking issues to worry about.
I know the LAN league's a pipe dream, if we're all being honest with ourselves.
It ain't
But
happening. Yeah.
I
I
am
don't think it's that much of a pipe
confused.
dream, bro.
I think it is. I'm confused because kind of what I brought up to Joe was that like MW2 and Vanguard, the servers actually weren't bad. Like, I mean, we were playing in LA, which is at the time the worst place you could play from because we didn't have anyone in Canada or in Toronto. And the servers were really not that bad. Like we never had a lot of, like there were some hiccups here and there, but for the most part, it was kind of the most fair that online COD has been in the CDL. And for some reason, as time goes on, it seems that we're kind of moving backwards, and I'm kind of unsure why. It's like a weird, you would think as time goes on, the servers would get better, but it seems like they're kind of going backwards.
Well, one thing maybe.
Well, I mean, that's COD in general, right, Sam? Maps have gone worse. Fucking
That's fair.
hacking
Scoreboard's
has
still
gone
broken.
worse. Fucking scoreboard's been broken. Scoreboard worked in 2009. It's broken now. You know what I mean? I mean, what the fuck? Go ahead, Ben. What the fuck were you yapping about?
Well,
Go
I think
ahead.
that's a fair point. I think the
Slow.
layoffs and the staff reductions probably even helped that. And I think someone in the chat, Neon Teddy, made a good point. Like, I do think at some point we'll probably see some info about Microsoft Azure being part of the server process for like Activision games going forward. Now that they're one company, but it's really disappointing to hear, Sam. If anything, the tech should be getting better over time. Getting worse and moving in the opposite direction is not ideal.
Yeah, like match servers and stuff really weren't bad. Like we played on like Denver most of the time, like Salt Lake every now and then, Texas against the East Coast teams. Like we rarely had issues for like a couple of years, or at least 2 years I was in LA. And I thought it was the most fair that online COD again has been in a long time, at a disadvantage myself. So it's weird to see the regression and the amount of server issues that have come in the last 2 seasons, especially now because we really had no explanation for all the tech delays. We were kind of just assuming server shit, like waiting for pros to start tweeting. But there's been a number of delays the last 2 stages, And now we know that it's just this like random server bullshit that's been going on behind the scenes that no one was privy to at all. So
Also,
very weird.
A lot of people were on your ass, Ben, in the chat. I thought you were asking great questions to Joedecieves. Just want to throw it out there. I thought you were asking the good questions.
Yeah,
That
Chad
people-
doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about, so I don't give a shit.
No, Chad.
Get his
fuck,
ass,
man.
Ben.
Yeah,
Chad, my bad, Chad.
Yeah, Chad's is being dumb, so it's all
Damn,
good.
I thought you were asking good questions, Ben.
I like that,
thought you
Ben.
were
Fuck
asking-
those
I
guys,
appreciate
man.
it was a good team effort. I really feel for Joe, man, and those guys. Like, it just, you could tell, like, emotionally he's frustrated. It's obviously they want to win every match, get 10 points, get a good seed going forward. And hopefully there's some progress here. The teams and the players need to stick together, focus on a couple of key points and how to improve the process. They have strength in numbers, and if they come individually to the league, then this will just get buried with time, which won't be
A forfeit, I will say, is a good first step. I know it's like not what we want to see, and obviously it sucks competitively, but the players being driven to willingly forfeit the series is a good thing because I think that will cause genuine change. Hopefully, not just within like the next coming week before the next set of matches, but going forward. Because if this is as big as a problem that Joe's making it out to be league wide, not just Toronto specifically, then we could see more of this going forward if nothing changes.
Yeah, there's one of those situations where if I'm all 12 teams and coaches should get a call tomorrow, get your 4 or 5 points, send a letter off to the league, get the owners involved, and get this fixed. There's a really easy way to get that conversation going.
Yep. Let's move into predictions. We'll move into predictions. Ben, you can hit the putt and we'll call it. I'm going to start things off. I got Boston, Atlanta FaZe, and I got Vancouver Surge against the LA Thieves tomorrow. Who do you got, Pat?
Fuck you.
Fuck you, Sam.
Boston FaZe took Thieves, you said?
Nope.
He took Surge.
Oh. I'm gonna take Thieves. Boston FaZe Thieves.
All right, go ahead, Ben. Who do you got?
I will take Boston FaZe Thieves. I really want to pick Rocker, but I don't know.
Okay.
They can't ice up. I can't do it, bro.
What about you, Chris?
I'll be different. I'll pick Rocker, FaZe, and Thieves.
Okay. And Sam?
Same as Chris. Rocker FaZe Thieves.
So I'm the only one who has Vancouver tomorrow.
Hold that bitch.
Yeah,
right.
last time they
No,
played
I could
online,
see. I could
Vancouver
see
got-
it. I could
All
see
right.
them winning though.
We'll see what
Looks like
happens.
you won't be winning Breaking Point Season 3, Tom.
You don't think so? I won it last year for us, Pat. Or last stage, stage 2. I
Before
think,
breaking points,
back-to-back.
Skumaz out of a 20-point lead.
yeah, I mean, I was the #1 predictor for the FaZe in stage 2. I was also the fantasy champion, if you guys didn't know.
Oh my God.
Ben, I don't
What's
know.
it been? 1 hour since Tom brought it up?
I was actually gonna say I don't know what the fuck Ben was doing in the predictions. Ben, you were last
He was picking
place.
Optic. That's what he was
Optic
doing.
and Thieves
Kept picking
fucking
Optic?
cost me, bro. Optic
He
and
was picking
Thieves,
Optic, man.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens.
Optic pen fucking costing me a fucking. It's all good. Dude.
Yeah, we'll see what happens tomorrow.
Also, we got Skumaz. We need a fucking recount, bro.
Yeah, I think we got Skumaz too, Ben. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Breaking Point doing some funny business over there. I don't know
think
what
we
it
need
is.
An FBI investigation of what's going on at Breaking Point, bro. Where's Kosh Patel at?
Yeah, but yeah, Benji. why
Is
don't you-
Riley in chat? Oh, nah, I got beef with you, Riley.
Oh
Hell
no! Oh
shit.
no!
Nah, this guy, bro. I
What's
saw
going
what you
on?
did today, Riley, you fucking prick.
No way.
Yeah,
what
I
did
know
he do?
about this
What
guy,
did he
man.
do, Sam? What did he do?
Don't worry. I got words for Riley in private.
Now get
Fuck
his
you,
ass.
man.
No, get his ass, Sam.
Optic producer, my ass. Run the outro, man.
Benji, why don't
Well, I
you
gotta
hit
hit
the
a
putt,
putt. I
Benji?
gotta hit
Benji,
a
you gotta
putt.
hit
No
the
one
putt.
cares about Ben's putt, man. He's going to miss it like he always
care.
does.
I
Fuck, I
care
made
about
the
Ben's
putt on the last
putt.
show.
I care. Also, do you guys think I look like X did?
Yes.
Well, yo, what the hell's going on here? What the hell's going on here, Briggy? What's going on here, bro? I mean, what's happening here? I mean, this is fucking insane. I mean, it's Slay. Have you seen this Slay? You seen this shit?
Why are you
AI is
tweeting
crazy.
pictures of you, Tom? It's crazy.
I don't know. But X's a good-looking guy, so you know what I mean. I'm not worried about it. Yeah, he's a good-looking guy.
Yo,
Right
he
there.
had some passion today, bro. He hit that 1v2. He was on his feet.
Slowly, Benji. Don't miss the pop, Benji.
He's going to miss it.
He's gonna miss it though. He's got his
He's
stinky
going to miss it.
slippers
He's only good at
on
virtual
today.
golf.
He's got his stinky slippers on. Oh man, whenever he
I didn't even
steps off,
see him. He's out of frame.
now you can see his arm there. You can see his arm a little bit. You know what I mean? Let's see what he does here as he steps up to the green. And he lines up the shots. Benji Nassim with laser focus right now. And he sinks the ball. He quiets the
Didn't miss it that
critics.
time, Sam. Fucking bitch.
Oh, shit.
Nice job, Benjo.
Oh, man.
What are you, 1 for 10?
My
Good shit,
bad,
Ben.
my bad. That's awesome.
It's all right, Benjay. It's all right.
Talk your shit, Ben.
Sometimes you got to talk
It's,
your
it's
shit.
fun.
Benjay.
I had to talk my shit.
Don't
bro.
apologize.
Don't
Don't
miss it,
apologize,
bros.
Benjay. Talk your shit, brother. Talk your shit. Yes, a lot of you guys just lost a shit ton of channel points. There was over 10 million channel points on you missing that one, so that's phenomenal
Oh,
work
hold
from
that.
you, Benjay. Guys, hope you
Get some
enjoyed
bots
today's.
in chat.
Absolutely.
That's terrible.
That was bad. It's
horrible.
okay.
Listen,
It's
you
all
gotta
good. You'll
stop.
work on it, Ben.
Bro,
You'll
gotta
work on it.
stop.
You'll come
Bro,
back
you gotta
stronger.
Stop. You gotta stop, Benjay.
You'll come back
on.
stronger, Ben.
Come on. You're 45. All right, stop this shit.
35.
Oh, my
Why
bad.
do we think I'm 40 or 50 or 60?
I'm just kidding. I'm just messing with you. But guys, I'm gonna hop out of here. We're
Actually,
hopping
I'm
out of here.
34 technically, but it's all good.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
pushing.
man.
I'm turning 30 this year, Ben. I'm getting old, man.
Dirty 30.
Yeah,
Damn.
I'm getting the unk status, Benjay. I'm getting the unk status now, so I'll be joining you in the 30s. But yes, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode of The Flank. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Go to anchor.fm/Flank. Check out audio say Serrano. Go follow at The Flank on Twitter. Gersh doing a phenomenal job running socials. And guys, ZooMaa.gg for the next merch drop. I see a lot of people getting their merch. If you haven't gotten anything yet, just make sure you're keeping track of your emails, right, Ben? They'll get a confirmation in their email, I'm pretty sure. So
Yeah.
make sure you guys are just keeping track of your emails. But I see a lot of people getting them, and I'm glad you guys are really enjoying them. I see a lot of people messaging me saying that the quality's a lot better. So I'm happy that you guys are enjoying it. I know when we up the quality, the price goes up a little bit. But just let me know if you guys think it's worth it or not. If not, you know, we can release $10 shirts, but your nipples might get scratched up. You know what I mean? It depends. It's whatever you guys want. All right. So I appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. And we'll see you guys in the next one. All right, guys. Take it easy. Take care. Brush your hair. See you guys tomorrow, guys. Peace out.
Peace.
Later, man.